Hello, friends. It's time for round two. How we doing? How we doing? Hope everybody's doing well and had a great Saturday. It was beautiful here. So I'll just wait because there's always a delay. Hi, it's Happy Saturday Night Live instead of Friday Night Live. So very excited to see. Could be very quiet around here tonight. You guys might watch after the fact because I threw y'all for a little bit of a tailspin doing two lives this weekend. Hi, Irene. Hi, Karen. Hi, Jody. Christine. I saw Natalie's here. Marlene. Hi, Wanda. Hello, friends. And we're watching from Facebook and YouTube. I love it. So excited. Very busy day. As Patty is my friend, I message all the time because we are doing this weight loss journey and healthy living thing together. So I'm always messaging her. And I was in a foul mood yesterday and today, and I went out for a walk and I stepped outside today, and it was the most beautiful day here in Southern Ontario, Canada. And I went for an hour and a half long walk and readjusted my attitude. So the rest of the day has been fabulous. I hope that you guys have had a good day as well. It's fabulous. And I worked all day. I went and I was kind of working around outside, getting rid of some of the dead summer plants. And then I did inventory, like a ton of inventory, because I want to stock my VickyBooten.com shop with all the stencils I've talked about. So I grabbed a whole bin so I can show you guys. I'll send a newsletter out. I'm planning on, as long as I can, because it's a lot of work to get it all up, is to do it in the morning because I'm teaching tomorrow afternoon at Scrapbooking Cards, Crop and Crate delivered card making. So I'm going to try to get it all up tomorrow and then put it and post it for tomorrow evening. So if you guys have been looking for stencils, I'm going to do a bunch of stamps, a wholesale section. If you need to stock up, if you've just found me and you want Vicky Booten basics like art crayons, foundations, paper, glazes, a whole bunch of stuff's coming. So that's what I did all day today, literally all day, spreadsheet, counting, adding, and now I'll just put all the crap in the store. And that's about it. Fed the one kid, everybody else is not here tonight. So now I'm ready. I'm ready. It's me time with all of my closest friends that are joining me all over the world to go to the next level with this. How did you guys, that's what I was trying to say. I talk so fast that my tongue sometimes can't catch up. Mystery bags are coming too, but let's talk about that, Kara. I have to literally, I've ordered a ton of product, and because it's one person designing new product lines, launching product lines, teaching, kitting, that I need to get rid of some of the stuff and then do the mystery boxes. So that'll be the next thing. And then I'll be posting mystery boxes. That'll be the next thing. But that will be, I need space. I need the space to actually set the stuff up. So they're coming. It will 100%, because I would like, when I go into 2022, clean slate. So if you've been looking at the travel kit or the Sun-Kissed album, check them out on my page. I'm putting those on sale tomorrow. So maybe you guys did it in the class and you want to gift it to a friend. I need to clear those out. And I only have a few of them, but just things like that will be happening. So how did you, that's all I'm going to show you stuff when I flip the camera to the table, but I want to know, how did this go? How did this go for you guys? I saw some of you posted some beautiful stuff. Isn't this a fun technique? And here's my takeaway from the dyed background. I'm calling this dyed. It's not really tie-dye. Maybe if you added multiple colors, it could be, but you got to watch, because it's a wet technique that you don't want to make mud unless you like that kind of grungier, deeper, earthy look. Then you have to be careful what colors you're mixing with this. But I have to say, my observation was if you use a ton of ink on your background, you might not have had a lot of variations in color because the ink is already kind of soaked into the paper, right? Because even though the foundation's paper I was using has a coating on top, it's still paper. And that's just like pressed pulp, right? It's going to absorb the ink. So I find that as you vary your ink amounts, like how dark you went, and then added the water and did the technique, you will get varying results. So it's definitely something that you want to play with and see what you can get out of it. Okay. But anyway, any questions? 2 of the backgrounds look great. Another one is an opportunity to embellish or stamp on it and die cut or run it through your die cutting machine, right? Hi, can't wait to try the technique from last night. You're in a camper, so it's tough. Definitely. But even if you're just hanging out with us tonight, right? Whenever, all of these techniques are there whenever you're ready to play with it, right? So you do what you need to do. I hope you're toasting marshmallows and having a great time at your camper. Hi, Kim. You're going to see Luke Bryan. Catch you on the replay. Have fun. Dance your butt off tonight. Have a great time. So any questions before I flip the camera? Because I feel like sitting down. I've got I have a treat tonight because I'm not supposed to really drink carbonated beverages, but I have a diet cherry Coke because I need it. But I have my beverage ready. Everything is set up in front of me. You use pink and orange, Karen. Oh, I can't wait to see it. It's going to be beautiful. So we will talk about when I flip the camera around, all the different things. So what was that, Patty? 2022. What the actual heck? So close. I'm going to get my act together, right? So I want to clear out as much as I can from the stock that I have here so that I have some big plans for the new year moving forward with Vicky Booten Mixed Media and with online classes and shopping opportunities that I think I want to approach it just differently. So I would like to have a clean slate. So there's going to be some good sales, some new stuff going up. It'll be fun. Anything else? Hi, Dawn. How are you? Feels good to be productive. Karen, yes, 100%. It felt great that I got out of my own way today and out of my own head. You know, there's just days that you're like, I don't know. And I don't know if it's a seasonal thing, even like if there's something was going on, but I definitely went and fixed my attitude. So I love it. Hi from Australia. I love it. I love all you guys from all over the world watching. I saw Puerto Rico, Canada, Texas, California. Love it. Let's see, but I hope you guys all had a good day. And for my Aussie friends, you're on Sunday already. I hope your weekend is going smashingly. Loved my jean jackets that I showed on Instagram. I love them too. And I have to say that I'm trying to get my health in check. And I've lost 10 pounds, but this week was very slow. But I listened to my friend Giny Livy, who's the plan that I'm doing. And oh my goodness, beyond the whole just trying to get healthy, she's so smart. Like I just learned things that I'm like, well, I didn't think about it. Maybe I didn't lose weight this week because my body is like doing the behind the scenes work and it will come next week. So with that being said, I have this closet full of clothes in all different sizes. And I bought, I don't know, probably over the summer, 5 or 6 new jean jackets. But there's some beautiful ones from Desidual. If I know that my Spanish speaking friends will be very familiar with Desidual. I love it. And I bought they're beautiful. They have sequined flowers all over them, one with stars. So I went through feeling bad for my jackets because I haven't worn anything. I haven't left the house. So the only time I get dressed up is for these and for classes. So that's what my friend Janice was saying, that she liked my jackets today. And I love them too. And my body's getting smaller to comfortably wearing them. So I'm looking forward to that. But yes, for a lot of you guys who have joined me, have signed up for the Giny Livy. Some of you missed out. I'm just going to tell you this now. On tomorrow, there's a special deal. I'm not supposed to share it with you, but I'm going to. Her January session will be going up for sale. There is an early bird sale on tomorrow that what is the code, Patty? I forget what it is. Winter 15 off or something that you can get a deal. Otherwise, it opens on Monday. So a lot of you guys have been asking, and I started on Instagram called the Vicky B Health Instagram page where I'm sharing the food I'm eating and just some stuff. So if you're interested in that, that's all I'm going to say about it. But it's a game changer. I'm absolutely loving it. Like loving it. It is just opened my mind to see there's a lot of you doing with it. I think there's about 40 of you guys that have signed up and are doing it along with me. And I'm so loving it. It is a game changer. But let's flip the camera. I figure whoever's going to be here tonight is here. I hope that you're going to play along with me tonight. You're going to need a heat gun, embossing powder. I have my gold glaze, but you could use gold paint, anything for the initial background. And then I am going to use butterflies tonight. And I have three butterfly stamp sets. So you use whatever you have. It can be butterflies, flowers, stars, whatever. But my whole thing is this is a high contrast layout and card. It's going to be have that beautiful, for me, blue and turquoise background with gold. And I'm just blinging it out. And then the papers I chose are in like yellows and blues and blacks because it's going to be very simple. For the card is literally going to be, wait till I show you the background that I made for the card, and just some butterflies and a sentiment. Very simple. The mixed media is going to be the center stage. So it's so much fun. Yay. Okay. So I'm going to flip the camera around. Crop and Crate just ended. So tired, but here. Hello, Pamela. I hope you had like a fantabulous day. I hope your day was wonderful. And happy World Card Making Day too. That's super exciting, right? So I have flipped the camera. I have lots of stuff laid out here. And before I get started, just for my friends who've been asking, I am going to share with you quickly an idea of what I'm going to be adding to the shop, okay? So I'm sharing this. If this is of zero interest to you, just give me about 10 minutes and then we will get into the art side of things. So I have located some new scallop border punches. So if you take my album classes, you know, well, any of my classes, this is a key tool that you need. So I'm going to be adding some of these, a scallop border punch and a circle dot. Remember I was telling you guys that I made a big order to 49th and Market. They have these new rub-ons that go on like butter. So I am very excited. I ordered these ones here that are the Coral and Natural. I ordered this set that is Vintage Artistry Leaves. So look at that set, is beautiful. So I love it for layering on my mixed media. Doesn't matter if you're making cards, layouts, art journals. Look at that. So there's that set, some Christmas ones. So this will go great if you are doing the Warm Wishes album. This is a great add-on. Look how beautiful they are. And the lady who owns this company, I absolutely adore. So any way that I can support 49th and Market, I will. This is another set. Look at the butterflies and the leaves. Some of these were just in when I ordered. She goes, these just came in if you want them. And I'm like, yes, I do. So they'll be going up. I have some ephemera packs I'm going to be adding. Look how beautiful this one is, because I love my just neutral kind of mixed media elements that have a little bit of a vintage vibe, but you can do whatever you want with it. So there's a couple different sets going up. I think I'm going to do something fun with this too. So watch for that, where I'm going to do like a mini kit. I only have about 25, but I'm going to add it. But all of these ephemera packs are just good basics for layering. So that's going to go in there. And then look at this. This is the last thing from 49th and Market, the Vintage Artistry in Leaves Foliage. So look at that beautiful pack of leaves. And I'm going to do some stuff with this on a Friday Night Live. Be ready for it, because I ordered these, the mica sprays from Tim Holtz. these two sets. And this set is the texture set, icicle crackle paste and snowfall grit paste. And I'm going to do a package of all three of these. So that won't be added, but it's coming because this is going to be a Friday Night Live. So if you guys don't have those things, I'll have about 40 of them, I think. And that is something coming. And then we talked about all these stencils. The butterflies are restocked. 2 new butterflies. 3 nope, that's the same stencil. The flower, and then all of these 12 by 12s. So there is a whole bunch of stuff coming. Okay, friends, like look at some of the ones that you wanted. Look at. Okay, so this is what my plan is to get up. If it's not tomorrow, it will be up on Monday. And I will be, as soon as the orders come in, I'll be packing them and shipping them so I can get it all done before Warm Wishes starts rolling in, because I'm just waiting on the cardstock. You guys wanted that one if you were in my gel plate class. This one is the stencils from Dilutions, and that one. So all of this stuff is coming. Some tools, punches, a whole whack of crap. So just be ready for it. I will send a newsletter out. I added these two. I'm very excited. The metallic craft cardstock. I am going to send a newsletter out that lets you guys know, when I'm going to post it, and then whatever you're interested in, right? Whatever you're interested in, it will be there. If you're not interested, it's all good too, right? But very, very excited, very excited. And the other thing that I was talking to you about, I had ordered a couple of these, not very many, but these mini collection packs, this teal one from 49th and Market. And then I'm going to add a bunch of Vicky Bouton stuff, some of the rub-ons, some stitch frames, and then I will just randomly use this on one of my Friday Night Lives. So I will post a couple of those as well. Okay. So just to let you know, if you have any questions, let me know. But I feel like if I don't let you guys know, you sometimes get angry with me, right? And I don't want you angry with me. So the stuff is coming. And now let's get started. I'm just going to plug my heat gun in with tonight's show. Yay. I love 49th and Market. Love them. So very fun. There, heat gun is plugged in. You send me an email, Nat. I don't know what save one please is, so you have to let me know. So these are the backgrounds that I created yesterday, and I let them sit until all the ink was almost dry. And this is what I got. This was the first one that I did, and I didn't use as much ink. So do you see the difference? This one had a little bit more ink, so there are some darker spots, but I created 2 of them. I love this background. Funny that after I did it, I love the subtleness of this, right? So those are, and I put more water on this one, less through the stencil. I sprayed a lot of water through the stencil, so the little squares in there really kind of bled. This one, you'll see they're more intact, right? More intact. So these are 2 backgrounds. Look at this one. Do you remember? I did this one for the purpose of the card making, right? Hi, Ginny. How are you? I love how this turned out. So this was with 2 of my 5x7 stencils. And that one with the circles, where, remember, I put, if you watched yesterday, I put yellow ink, mustard seed. No, it wasn't mustard seed. I don't remember. On a script stencil, and then pressed it through the open circle stencil and got this really, really fun background. So I love that one. A lot of you guys were very excited about this one. Look at where I put ink on the stencil when I placed it down, and then got this kind of really fun background as well. So that's one of those new stencils as well. So very happy with how they turned out. I believe for, well, this I'm going to use this one, I think, tonight for my card, the circles. And I'm going to use this one for the base of my layout. So these are the two that I'm going to use. I'll get rid of the other stuff. And my plan is to use a piece of foundations paper. I'm going to kiss some gold glaze watercolor to the background. We're going to dry that. And then I'm going to heat emboss on top. Do I want to do this? I might heat emboss first. I'm going to heat emboss first, and I'll tell you why. If I put the glaze down and then go to heat it, I think my embossing powder will stick to parts of the glaze. So I am going to put the embossing on first, and then I'll kiss the gold watercolor to it. So that's my plan. Hello, Bernadette. How are you? How was your experience in Edmonton? I hope you had tons and tons of sales. Yay. So my plan tonight, I'm going to do butterflies because you know I love them. I might need another stamping block, but I grabbed this set, which is Flutter, the Bow Bunny set. I have this one because I'm going to use this guy here from my Tim Holtz specimen. And I like this one because there's open areas in it. And then I have, if I want to use them, because I'll need some smaller ones, I have, this is the Flutter set by Tim Holtz, which I absolutely adore. So I am going to emboss gold butterflies because I think the contrast with that navy and gold will be beautiful. And I want to show you that sometimes you don't really have to go all crazy with your mixed media to get really, really awesome effects. So I have some embossing ink, which this one is just a Lawn Fawn one. I also have Distress embossing ink somewhere around here, but I'm going to use this one tonight. And I have gold embossing powder, which I just had in front of me, and now I got to figure out, do you see it? Where did I put it? Did it roll off the table? It literally was just here. And we will need that because we're going to emboss first. I have a piece of paper ready. I have my stamping block ready. I'm going to need a bigger one for this guy. And I might have to get up and get another jar of gold embossing powder because it is not here any longer. What? Oh, it's because I put it in that container there. So I have, this is Ranger. It's a good fine embossing powder. Thank you, Elizabeth. I saw it as soon as I turned around. It's in my box with supplies. Look at how observant you guys are. Hi, Dawn. How are you? So I am going to emboss a whole bunch of butterflies. And did you notice that I painted my nails? Because I'm going to be at a card making event and I don't want to look like a mixed media dirty hand girl. So I did it. I cleaned myself up. So let me get a bigger block. They're in my drawer behind me. And I will put that guy on there. Is it going to fit? Yes, just. And I'm going to stamp and we're going to heat emboss. And then we're going to drip some gold on there and then we are going to cut out. So it is a very relaxed evening. I'm going to fussy cut. I can't wait to see what you guys do, what you choose to use. If you're not using butterflies tonight, it can be flowers, stars, whatever you want. And if you don't have gold embossing powder, but you have silver, go for that. If you have white and you want to do it on black, do that. Whatever you have, just play along and I'm going to get started now. Yay. Who's playing with me tonight? Mine are marvelous. Thank you. So I won't be a loser when I do my class tomorrow, Stacy? I hope not. I love the olive and June nail polish. So I picked this color, and I was telling my friend Kathy, so Z, and she knew exactly what color it was. I don't remember what it was, but I laughed because I'm like, yes, that is correct, Kathy. You are so smart. So I'm going to start stamping a bunch of butterflies. I'm going to heat emboss them. We're going to drip some gold watercolor on them, and we're going to cut them out. And we're going to see if it actually works. Let's do it. Being lazy and just watching, that's all right. You do what you need to tonight, and we're going to have some fun. I don't care how perfect these are either, because I'm going to be layering tons of them on the page and then a couple on my card. And I want to maximize my space. So I am going to stamp, emboss, okay? And let's put the gold on here. And tap it off onto my sheet. And we shall emboss. And because I am a klutz, I'm going to put it in the jar every single time. I'm going to follow along. I should have my other heat gun out, but this is the one that I have. So I'm going to start by heating underneath just to get the embossing powder warmed up and it doesn't all blow off. And then we will emboss. Like I said, I don't care if this is perfect. I just want to get her done. Oh, I love when that magic happens. Is anyone out there new to heat embossing? Because I know that we get a lot of new friends that are probably new to all of this crafting. And I'm curious, are you new to heat embossing? It is a magical thing. It is probably the first thing that I ever saw that made me want to do paper crafting. I had gone into a stamp store and I bought an angel stamp and gold embossing powder. It was my first ever purchase in like the mixed media crafting, stamping world. And I still have it. Do you know I still have that stamp? Question. What else could we do the stamping with other than embossing powder? I hate embossing powder with a passion. That's really sad, Deb. First, you need to tell me why you hate it. I would like to know why you hate it. And you could just stamp in gold. You could stamp in gold paint and then clean your stencils out, whatever you want to do. Hello, Jennifer. How are you, my friend? I haven't seen you for such a long time. Your son is absolutely adorable. I hope to get to meet him one day. Absolutely adorable boy. But yes, I want to know, Deb, why it is a texture thing for you. So yes, there's some options, but I love it. So look at that is one of those things that so good that there's stuff that all of us can get into, right? If it isn't for everybody. But I absolutely love it, especially if you kind of try to keep everything controlled, right? So I'm going to do some of these larger butterflies, and then I will get into some of the smaller ones. So this is my paintbrush I'm going to use later, but it's not wet yet, so I can just brush off some of that extra. And like I said, I don't care if they're perfect, right? So I lied. I'm going to leave that over there and not put that one away. And I'm just going in. So I'm keeping my heat gun a little bit higher to get the little plastic particles to start to melt and not blow all my embossing powder off. And then I work in one section, start to heat, see it start to melt, and make my way over. Don't put your heating tool too close because you will burn your paper. And I'm very excited. We will make butterflies for the layout. And then I will do a quick card as well, because I am a total convert now, totally loving card making. I love how dainty you are with the powder. I dumped the whole jar. I have some issues. Well, I have a lot of issues, Don. You probably already know that. Well, you know what, Deb? It's okay. We still can be friends. If you don't like embossing powder. My first was a fairy stamp in pink rainbow embossing powder in 1989. That was probably around the time I bought mine too, Poppy. I wasn't even married yet. I was going to do all my own wedding invitations. That never happened, but that was what my plan was. Yes, the Pamela, the gold will look amazing on an aqua background. Yes, you could color the stamps. That's a great idea, Karen. If you want to color your stamps with Vicki Boutin art crayons, and you just lightly color them and mist them with water, you could totally make some beautiful stamped, beautifully stamped watercolor images. Right? You could totally do that. That is such a great idea. You're so smart, Karen. It won't be gold, obviously, but it will be beautiful. Or you could put some gold paint. You could put gold spray if you have like any kind of, iridescent sprays. I'm still laughing. I love when Dawn hangs out with me and watches my craziness. That was funny. I love how dainty you put your embossing powder on. See, and now I have control issues, I must put that away and start clean because that bothers me. I will never forget being in a class, observing a class that a teacher was using mixed media techniques, and they were using UD. And loved the idea of mixed media, but I don't think had ever taught with that. And it was a huge, big class. And there was UD in the stamps, like people were it was like at a technique table that they needed to do this one part, and people didn't know what they were doing, so they were pouring the UD into the stamps. And so I get it, Deb, with the whole, it was a freaking hot mess. And I like to keep, you've noticed, I like to clean as I'm going, and I'm crazy with that kind of stuff. So I just have to tell you, I totally get it, because that was put me right over the edge. I'm like, okay, we need some control here. Craziness is going on. So I laugh that I get it. Yay. Yes, I remember. And it was a horror show, Dawn. Like, imagine rubber stamps, because they were rubber stamps, and they were caked in UD. So I'm like, oh my goodness, like heat embossing in a class setting with like 100 people in a class is madness. And it was madness. I was like, okay, I can't even stay and watch, because it's literally going to put me over the edge, because I need things to be contained. So I'm going to go in with this set. There's some layering stamps in here. I'm not going to use those. I'm going to go with anything that is open space. So I'm going to pick these 2 butterflies and maybe this guy. So I'm going to use these 3. And this is a bow bunny set. I'm actually adding more of these to the store tomorrow because I just found a whole bunch of different butterfly stamps. But this one is called Flutter as well, like the Tim set, but red rubber, and these are the more inexpensive acrylic stamps. But they will work just fine for what we're doing. And like I said, I'm just going to keep creating until I have a whole whack of embossed butterflies. I'm going to quickly try to get 2 of them on here and hope my embossing powder doesn't dry. If I can see it. Yeah, I think it's right about here. Look, I didn't clean my stamp very well, but I don't think it'll matter because the gold is opaque. Okay, let's do 2 at a time. And I need a new container of gold embossing powder because that is almost empty, but I do have more because I actually bought a bunch of embossing powder, some watercolor stuff, a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to be doing in the coming weeks and months. So I can refill my stash. So how was the weather in your part of the world today? Was it super hot, cold, rainy? Was it a beautiful day? If you live in Southern Ontario, do you agree with me that it was absolutely smashing day? I don't think Vicky runs out of anything, truthfully. I don't use everything. There's the thing I was feeling sad about today is because I was thinking to myself, you know how people will be like, do you run out of ideas or whatever? I really don't. Like I could sit and craft all the time. I don't really ever have like kind of creative blocks because I'll just remake something. If I have the time to make, man, I'm making. Do you know what I mean? There is nothing going to stop me from making. But what I was sad about is the fact that I don't have enough time to be creative. And it is something that I love. I love the teaching. I love the making product now. And I love the coming up with new ideas, new ways to use things, and actually sitting down and just making. And the other thing I love and live for, like so looking forward to tonight, is the community aspect. Like I love getting together with you guys and making. And I don't care if you're actually making with me or you are hanging out and watching Netflix and me at the same time or a sporting event. But I don't know about you guys. It just makes me sad that I don't have time to do and use all of the things. And the other thing I realized today is I need to go stamp shopping because I don't have enough floral stamp sets. You know, that is the other thing. I like to make. Me too. And I love the community. 100%. I'm right there with you, Deb. Absolutely love this group of creatives who get together and hang out. Super supportive. I love that you guys chat with each other. It's just a totally magical thing. So I'm just gonna keep doing this, friends. And is it like watching paint dry? It is. It 100% is. I'm going to stamp these at the same time, which I don't usually do because I don't know how level my table is. So I don't usually cheat and stamp 2 at the same time, but I'm going to right now and hope for the best. I can see the purple one, that's for sure. But yeah, very sad. There's so many things that I want to do and I never have the time to do it all. So that's why I want to start really planning these Friday nights. And how we talked before, where I can focus, like have, see, it didn't all stamp, but it'll be okay because we're going to ink it anyway, or put the glaze on there. No cheating, Vicky. Hi, Doris. Oh my goodness. Do you guys see Doris Cates there? She is my amazing Zumba and belly dancing instructor. You guys just don't even know what an amazing human being Doris Cates is. Like those people who come into your life that you are so freaking incredibly thankful for. And Doris is one of them. She can move her body like you've never seen. Like I always feel like that Napoleon Dynamite meme where it's like what I feel like when I'm doing Zumba and what I look like. And I am like Napoleon Dynamite when I'm doing Zumba. But when I watch Doris, I feel like the sexiest Zumba dancing woman you've ever seen. And you should see with belly dancing, because belly dancing, if you have never done it, it's a whole different thing. So I laugh because I like to shake my booty. So when you're doing Zoom or belly dancing, you have to do this, like these pops with your chest, right? You pop your chest. And I roll my body because when I dance, it's a lot more like hip hoppy, booty shaking, dirty dancing. So it is a whole different thing for me to learn the control that comes with belly dancing. The Zumba, I'm all over the place. I'm shaking all of it. And I have aftershocks, right? With all of my jiggly bits. Even when we stop dancing, you know, my booty's still shaking. I love it. But yes, that's so awesome that Doris popped on here. I don't know if she'll talk again because she's a little bit shy and I probably just super embarrassed her, but she is so awesome. Could you imagine if we all blended our cardstock? Vicky would never stop. I missed part of that. But I seriously, you need to find when you're exercising something that you're passionate about. And for me, it is 100% Zumba. And probably Zumba because of Doris Cates. She is like really an amazing dancer. So I absolutely adore the woman and am so glad that we can actually dance in person again. But you need to find a form of exercise that you absolutely love and that doesn't actually feel like you're exercising. Aftershocks, seriously. And if you have ever done Zumba, and especially a really good Zumba class, you'll know what I'm talking about because you're moving, you're shaking all of your parts. Love it. Yeah, my life is good with Giny Livy in it and Doris Cates. Oops. I hate when I press buttons because I can't see the comments. Hi, Brenda. How are you? You have an amazing Zumba instructor in Winnipeg. I love it. Isn't it the best? Like it does not feel, I always say to Doris, I feel like I'm at the club, but at 6 o'clock in the evening with a bottle of water instead of a shot of tequila, like back in the day. Right? Yes. If you use, if you're saying, if your embossing powder is sticking, you can use an anti-static or a powder tool. I don't care tonight because for what I'm doing these or using these for, I'm all right if there's little flecks of the gold powder sticking. It's all good. Okay, so do definitely, if you find that you need it, you can. I'm okay with the results that I'm getting. I'm going to stamp a couple of these as well. Again, I don't want, well, I'll just pick my favorite patterns out of here. I want this guy. No, I don't know if the tails. I want this guy for sure, and this one. So we will throw these on as well. And we'll see how dirty this stamp is, but it doesn't matter because I'm going in, right, with the opaque embossing powder, so it will be okay. So these are Tim Holtz Flutter. If you have been following for a while, you know I use this stamp set often, and I love Tim Holtz. So, and I love Ranger. You're going to grab a large coffee? What are you, yes. Are you going to fussy cut all of these? 100%. I am. I told you I'm going to be here for a while tonight. Oh, look how detailed that stamp is. It's marvelous. I'm going to be fussy cutting all of these, and it's going to be worth it. Did you find the dies? Yes, I actually did. I have, Julie, I had them. Do you know what's funny is that other set with the large butterfly, this one, I have 2 of them. I liked it so much, I bought it twice. What a ding dong, right? But yes, I did find the dies because it is the best, right? Is to have the dies. What do we think Tim's new color will be? Well, you know what? After prize ribbon, he threw me for a loop and I have 0 clues. Maybe it will be seasonal for Christmas, but I don't know. I have 0 clue. I'm not even guessing. We could all throw a guess out there. What do you guys think? Do you have a guess? I really think, I'll tell you what my guess is that I guess I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue what the color is going to be. I am thinking maybe in the reds, like a warm, but I don't know. Could be a green, could be another blue, could be a brown or gray. Like, we do not know. Tim keeps us guessing. That is what I believe, is that he keeps us on our toes. I have no clue. I thought for sure I had some kind of clue last time, and as we know, I had 0 clue because prize ribbon was not even on my radar that it was going to be a blue. Because we thought, oh, you do it like according to season. And then Tim's like, haha, no, I don't. Right? But yeah, maybe a neutral. Maybe it'll be something that'll fit totally into Tim's wheelhouse, right? But like I said, prize ribbon, absolutely love it. I trust I'll buy whatever it is. I will be there. I will buy it. As well, I have some prize ribbon. I bought the entire sets where you get like the pin and everything. I'll be putting a couple of those in the store because I bought about, I think I have 6 of them or 5 of them. So if you have not got prize ribbon yet and you would like to add it with the stencils or whatever, I'll be adding those as well tomorrow or Monday, whenever. It's going to be a huge, huge job, but I'm going to get up very early tomorrow morning and I'm going to just sit down here and clean up my store and add all of that stuff. And I'm still laughing at little sassy pants Natalie. Did you hear her? I'll go get a large coffee if you're going to fussy cut all these butterflies. Did you hear Sassy Pants? She most certainly said that. Did you guys hear it? Sassy Pants. I'm going to go get a large coffee if you're going to cut it off. Maybe some new purple. Maybe, Karen. I don't know. Pink Fresh has new butterfly stamps and dies that are amazing. Kristen, I'm going to place a huge order of new Pink Fresh stuff when it's back in stock, because everything, Natalie, right now is back ordered. All of their new layering, stencils, all of it is back ordered. There is like nothing in stock because the stuff is so stinking popular, and I am a huge Pink Fresh fan. But yes, I'm going to order a whole whack of stuff when it's back in stock. But right now, it is all out of stock. And with all of the supply chain issues, who knows when it will be back in stock. But I am, what do you call that? Watching. I was trying to think of what the phrase I was trying to say. Stalking. That's what I was trying to say. Stocking their my wholesale account to see when the stuff is back in stock, because I need it all of the things. Hi, Patty. I'm going to get up early tomorrow too. Seize the day kind of thing. I love it. But you know what, Patty? You get up early every day, do you not? Like, you're up very early. So I think if your body needs that sleep, there's nothing wrong with that. I think sleeping in is super important if your body's saying, hey, I need that. It has pretty much taken up the lion's share of the basement. What's that? Is it Mari or Mary? You have it all. The new stuff is gorgeous. See, Natalie's rubbing our nose in the fact that she has all the new Pink Fresh. I am just in the process of making a card with Pink Fresh butterfly stencil and stamp. It rocks. I can't wait. I'm going to get it all. I had it in my cart. I was ready to go, and who knows, I got distracted with something else, and I didn't end up getting my order in on time. So I did not get any of the new stuff by the time I went. Maybe Natalie has 2 of everything and she'll send me something. But yeah, the butterflies I need. I need it. Put that one on here. And what other one? We need some smaller scale. And some of these. Oops. Cheap stamps. But if the art is pretty, I will still buy them, because some of them, it doesn't matter if it's super quality stamp, because it will still do the trick. And I just make sure I have a good mix of both. Good polymer and cheap or inexpensive. It's probably a nicer way. Ooh, I don't know what I did there. I don't know what I did there. But let's clean it up with my little clean, dry paintbrush. But I had a stamping mishap. So yes, I am stamping all of these. I'm going to throw some gold glaze watercolor on here. Maybe just drip it. Might be fun. Very diluted. And I'll test it, because maybe I don't need it. Maybe I will just stick with the embossed butterflies, but we'll see. I would have liked to do it first as a layer in the background and then just pick the sections I want to put the butterflies in. But I was nervous that the embossing powder was going to stick to that. You get samples. Also, check Alt New. Another one of my favorites. Yes, I need to do that too. I haven't got any new Alta New in a long time. Thank you, Vicki, for your polymer stamps. Deadly allergic to rubber ones, so can't get Tim's. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad that you have an alternative. That would be no fun. 0 amounts of fun to not be able to use stamps at all. So I'm glad there's an alternative that works for you, because that would be no fun at all to not be able to play with stamps. Throw this guy on here. Let's stamp a couple of the little minis. If you guys aren't playing along with me tonight, what else are you working on? I would love to know. What are you doing tonight? It is quiet because there's probably a lot of people who didn't even know I would be on here, because this is not normal, right? Today it's not normal, or normal time. So it's kind of quiet, right? But I would love to know if you were at Crop and Create. You might be doing some homework or finishing one of your classes. I love it. Tell me what your favorite thing is that you learned today, or a funny story. I would love to hear that. Or if you're just hanging out because you're tired, maybe you did yard work today. I'm coloring eucalyptus leaves for a male birthday card. I love it. Catching up on card making. I love it. Watching football. It's awesome. working along and getting ready for Crop and Create tomorrow. Yes, it's going to be a very exciting day. I will be with you at the end of that. My class is the last one. I'm going to do a few more because maybe this is overkill. I'm resting after taking trekking around cemeteries searching for ancestors with my parents. That sounds interesting. I'm in the mountains at a scrapbook retreat. That sounds fabulous. Watching you and relaxing. You got your vaccination booster and you're very tired. Take it easy. Drink lots and lots of water, Penny. Grandkids in bed now, can sit and enjoy your life. That's awesome. That's nice that you get to hang out with your grandkids. I'm die cutting for your doodlebug class. But I got, you lost the tiny smiling face stamp. There's 2 different ones, Melanie. But yes, you have to, because I just find for that class that it is in your best interest to just get the homework done, because otherwise we only have 90 minutes, right? So tell me today how your classes went. How was timing? How much work did you get done? For my friends that I need better gold embossing powder. Yours is not. Where did that come and go? Is not as pretty color and not very shiny. It happens, right, Robin? We use what we have. I'm just working out of wheelhouse layout. Awesome. Stamping autumn leaves, metallic. Can go off. Working on a mini album celebrating friendship with your bestie. I love it. At the cottage. It was a rainy day. Leaves are changing a lot. Where is your cottage, Helene? I would like to know. I want to go. That's something I would like to do because my anniversary is next weekend. And I told Rich that I think we should go somewhere for at least an overnight. We were trying to go to Nova Scotia, and I had talked to my friend Kelly, and we were going to go and do some amazing things. And the flights were $850 each. Is that not absolutely crazy? So I said, I would love to come see you, but I could fly to Europe for probably less than it would cost to fly to Nova Scotia. So unfortunately, I am not going with Rich to Nova Scotia because I think that's a ridiculous amount of money for a flight that's only 2 hours. And it's funny because I went to check the seats on the plane and the plane was empty. So I think it makes more sense. We would drive, but we don't have that enough time, right? Because it's 2 days there, 2 days back. And we really only wanted like a 4-day kind of trip. So we just don't have, I have too much to do. So I'm going to try to find somewhere really pretty in Ontario that's only a couple hours drive away that we can go and see the leaves change. We had done Niagara on the Lake last year, which was awesome, but I don't want to do that again. I'd rather find something else. And yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I forgot what I was going to say. But I would really like to go for some hikes, go for some yummy apples because apples are in season here, and we have some amazing apple orchards in my area. And I would like to take some pictures of the leaves. But maybe it'll end up being Niagara on the Lake again after all, because it's close and still beautiful. We're lucky that we're right here, right? 1,000 return to the UK. Exactly. And it's 850. Collingwood. Do you know? I don't even know. Maybe I've been. Should I do that? Collingwood. I'll have to look into it. Is Collingwood Blue Mountain? Oh, look at, I had a dirty fingerprint there. See if I can clean that up. Is that Collingwood? Is that Blue Mountain? Because maybe we will do that. But yeah, I would like to go somewhere. I need a break every now and again. I feel, because I work from home, and anybody who runs their business from their home can probably relate, is that sometimes I need to get the heck out of Dodge. Like, I just need to go, because if I'm here, I'm going to work. That's very exciting that you're in Texas camping. Yeah, it was crazy, right? I don't know if it's just because it's Thanksgiving. It could be. We were looking at leaving on Sunday, which actually was the cheapest, but then it was the rest, and I'm like, that is just craziness. So I was almost coming your way, Irene, but now I'm like, nope, that's crazy. So I love Nova Scotia. I will be there at some point in the next year. It just isn't going to be this weekend. Okay, I feel like it's enough, Vicky. It's enough. Let's put the embossing powder away, and let's see if the idea in my head translates as well to paper. We shall see. Yeah, we'll see about after Thanksgiving, but it's all timing for me, right? I have classes coming up, and this next weekend would have been the only time I could go. Now that ship has sailed. So I will just try to, maybe Collingwood is a great thing. Maybe I'll do that, right? So love it. So now look at, friends, see? We have some beautiful embossed butterflies. I love it. And now I'm going to put some gold glaze on them. We're going to water it down, and I'm going to kiss it to the background because I think that it will be fun. Ooh, let me clean this up. Stop picking on me, Natalie. You found the tiny face stamp. Was it stuck on something? That's what usually happens to me, right? This mat is so sticky. So it's great because it doesn't move on my background, but forget trying to clean up some stuff on it. It's very tricky. My friend, oh, I have to remember what I was just going to say. Do you ever do that? Oh, I lost it. Okay. Oh, this would drive Deb crazy, the texture. There's little bits of embossing powder all over the background. It was inside your Cuttlebug groove. I'm so glad that you found it. And what are we saying? Congrats to Dr. Mari. I missed it. What happened? So I have water in my, remember, I love my paint water cup. Vicky, read this. You missed a biggie. Mari got her PhD in neurochemistry. Congratulations, Mari. Is it Mari or Mary? Because my other Mari is pronounced Mari. So I want to say, is it Mari or Mary? Congratulations. Smart is sexy. That is so sexy. That is awesome. Congratulations. Good for you. So I'm going to use, thank you. I even had a brain aneurysm. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Mary like fairy. Okay. Congratulations, Mary. It's even better when I say your name correctly. See you later, Bernadette. Good night. I'll see you, yes, in class tomorrow. I love it. I'm Dr. Sexy. Yes, you are. Dr. Sexy. So I'm going to put a little bit of my glaze down, and I'm going to add some water, and then I'm going to kiss it into onto my sheet. Okay. I'm going to kiss it onto the background to create some gold watercolor. Because this is very viscous, very thick, you need a lot of water. Otherwise, it's going to be more opaque than you want. So you noticed, I think, maybe you noticed, I did not put very much gold glaze on. And even that little bit I put on here is almost too much, because do you see how opaque that still is? And we just really want just glittery gold. So I will just add more water. So when I pick this up, it would run right off of the background because it is very wet. It's very exciting, Mary. Congratulations, a big congratulations. So boop, boop. I'm going to first put some just drips on here using my very wet. I'm afraid that this is going to be too opaque. So let's start kind of in this corner. I'm dripping some of it off. Oh, no, we're okay. Oh, so fun. Just drag it around. No rhyme or reason. And I just want, so they're not just you can even paint it in a little bit if you want to. Oh, I love it because it just kind of floating around. And it looks milky at first because the binding agent inside of the glaze will look a little bit white to start. But then you're going to get this awesomeness. So, like I said, there's no rhyme or reason. I just didn't want them to just be white and gold. We'll run it around. See where we can get it. I might make a little bit more. Yes, that's very exciting. That is a lot of work that you put into that, and you should be very proud of yourself. So you see, when we do technique stuff, do you see, like, what time is it? It's already 9 o'clock, and we haven't even started making anything. Well, the finished. But it's okay because it will go pretty fast after this part is done. So I just want some drips, and then I'm going to give this a quick dry, and then I'm going to fussy cut. So yeah, we're going to be here for a while. Like I said, if I can't finish everything right away, it's fine. I will just share my finished project with you guys. But like I said, I have nowhere to be. I don't teach till later tomorrow. So that is good. I hope you guys, anybody who was taking the Crop and Create card weekend, you had a blast today. I hope that you had a blast. I know some of you, you'll be tired because it's a lot, right? It is awesome and a lot. So you may, like Bernadette, have said good night, Vicky, because you're done for the day. Okay, I think that is good. What are you working on, Natalie, if you're still out there? Are you working on anything or just hanging out? I'd have to think Natalie is working on something, because she's like me and working all the time. Hola, Patricia. How are you? Hello, Robin. Still finishing cards. I love it. Together? Are the Robins together? There is a certain Robin's birthday tomorrow. So happy early birthday, Robin. So I am taking a bunch of the moisture out. And then I'm just left with this pretty gold background. So everybody say happy birthday to Robin, because that's very exciting. And I don't know when I asked the question, but then because I'm working, I'm not looking. If you had a favorite thing about today, if you were in the card class, you were together all day. I love it. What was your most favorite thing from today? If you could pick something, or maybe you have multiple favorite things from today. Okay, I'm just letting this gold glaze dry. So if you had my gold glaze, you could totally have stamped in gold glaze too, if you didn't want to use the embossing powder. I would make it a little thicker than what I did for the paint, and you could stamp butterflies in gold glaze. The reason I love the embossing powder, though, is because it is dimensional. I'm not baking these like a brownie, but I want the moisture to be out. And now I'm going to let it cool for a second, wipe my little plastic mat up, get all the messy stuff out of the way, because guess what I have to do now? I have to fussy cut, and I at least have to fussy cut a couple of these so we can build our background. Being introduced to Jen Shirkus. She is a gem. I love Jen. When we go and to cropping event together and we sit together, Jen and I are both crazy. So they usually make us sit near each other because we're loud and obnoxious. I love her. She is a delightful human being. What did Catherine say to me? Because she's probably like, why are you doing this? You should be here. But I didn't want to disappoint you guys, right? And not do a live. So what did Catherine say about me? Was it nice? Or was she saying that, Vicky, man, you should steer clear? Okay, so I am going to, just to start, cut these out like this because it's easier to fussy cut, right? At least 2 of these large ones, and then I can decide from there if I need another one. Yes, I popped on and was able to watch a little bit and a little bit with Jen McGuire, but then I was not. Question. Hi, Joyce. Let me see what your question is. I didn't see what stamp pad you used to emboss. It is a Lawn Fawn embossing and watermarking ink pad, but you can use Versamark. I have Ranger embossing ink as well. Shopping with me. Yes. She needs to go shopping with me. We need to do that. That's what we just said. When this event is done and we have like a little bit of a break when the events are done, that we need to get together for supper. And then I will probably shop with her too. She likes to shop with me. I think that she needs me around to take her shopping because she does not do things for herself. So when I get to be with her, I make her buy the things, all of the things. And then sometimes she keeps all of the things or she returns them. So, yes. And when we go to in-person events, we always go shopping. Like, it is my thing. It's like, let's get the room set up so we can go to the mall. So it is an incentive for us to work faster and harder so that we can get our, see the gold glaze in the background? Oh, so pretty. Question. I embossed a butterfly, then die cut with an intricate die, but I didn't line it up correctly. Can I put Versamark back on and emboss again? You could try, Tammy, but you would have to line it up perfectly. Can you just do another one and maybe use the part of the butterfly that you were able to save? Maybe that's going off the side of the page or is going to be underneath a mat. Because it's tricky. It's clear ink, so it's pretty hard to line it up again. You could try, but sometimes I would think, okay, it's probably less of a hassle to just do another one. See, and the fussy cutting of butterflies is not bad because the shape is not super intricate, right? So there is my first. I'm going to cut that little piece out so its antenna is flying free. Oopie. There we go. There's one. Made several card faces from last night's stencil. We'll post pics. See you tomorrow in your class. Get some sleep. Tomorrow is going to rock. Yes, it is. See you later, Pamela. I so hope there will be Scrap Fest next year in Kitchener. Yes, me too. I hope so. I hope so too. I miss my Scrap Fest family. Yeah, maybe if you have an embossing pen, you could do that. Okay, don't think I've missed anything, so I'm just going to keep cutting. Is Natalie still here? Did she tell us what she was working on, or did she go, or did she fall into her giant coffee cup? So if you were with me last night, you may have heard that I said we averted a huge, what could have been a disaster. I was sitting in the kitchen and I heard a hissing noise that sounded like when your Instapot or your pressure cooker is filling with pressure and it has that steam sound. And it was coming from the fridge. And I said to my husband, come here quick. Help me pull the fridge out. What is going on? What is that noise? And if you've ever had a flood or any kind of water issues in your house, you are terrified. And we had a flood where so much rain fell that our sewer or the cap in the basement literally blew off and water filled our entire basement. Probably had a good foot of water just burst in. And that was a nightmare because we had to literally go through insurance, and it was a nightmare cleaning up, and it was the whole neighborhood. So we were very lucky that we got somebody in here to help us to clean it up, and we were able to get giant fans because it was like city-wide that this flooding happened, and it was a nightmare. And then right after this craft room was finished, so right after we had literally, the paint was done, the flooring was laid, our refrigerator, the same beast, had a slow leak. And instead of the leak running out underneath the fridge so we would have known it was happening, it dripped down the water line into the basement. So our entire ceiling had a huge boob, looked like a big, like pregnant belly of water, and it had leaked in there. I poked a hole, we drained it, and we sanded it. Thank goodness we did not have to re-drywall the ceiling, but it was a total nightmare. So then with that hissing, we pulled the fridge out and there was a small puncture in the water line. I have no clue how or why. There's nothing back there. I don't know if these kind of things just break down over time, but thank goodness we were home or our whole house would have flooded. There was so much water spitting out of that fridge that if we had not been home, the whole basement would have flooded and probably the whole main floor because there was so much water coming out. So I have decided, and after actually talking to my friend Patty, because this has happened to her as well, that I am not reattaching or repairing the water line on the fridge. I am never buying another fridge that has a water line on it or an ice machine. I will just have a separate ice maker, and I am sending Rich out tomorrow to buy a water cooler because I never want to deal with that again. It was a boob. It was, Denise, imagine walking down into your brand new craft room that you had waited months to be finished, and your ceiling had, thank good, it's because the paint was still right, because it's acrylic paint. So it wasn't oil based, right? So you think it's plastic. So it hadn't cured. So it literally like was probably this deep hanging from the ceiling. So thank goodness it hadn't sprayed everywhere. We were able to put a garbage can underneath it, poke a hole, and all the water drained out. But oh my goodness, I just have to tell you, check your water lines all the time. Ours split in the laundry where it was spliced into the water line. So we thought the hot water heater had exploded earlier this year. I am telling you. So what were you saying, Lori, that your husband does insurance work? So how many claims are put in from a leaking refrigerator water line? Because that's another thing that we were talking about, is appliances, I think, are deliberately made to only last until their warranty expires. Because my parents we had fridges back in the day for years and years and years. We had fridges for years. We had washing machines for years. And now they do not last, right? They do not last. What kind of refrigerator? I don't know, like a GE, or it's not cheap. It's a double with a bottom drawer, which is another thing I hate because there's not enough space in it. See, Lori's saying lots. So when I was talking to my friend Patty, that I don't know if she's out there anymore, she may have gone to bed because she's getting up early tomorrow. She was talking about it, and she was saying that she had a friend that the same thing happened, and their whole main floor flooded while they were on vacation, and they had to replace all their hardwood, everything. It's a nightmare dealing with water. And then here's the other thing, right? Is, oh, she's here. Hi, Patty. I love you. That you have to watch that you don't have mold grow. Like water damage and flooding and all of that is a nightmare for anybody who has to deal with it. Like, I feel bad every time somebody says that something flooded or leaked. Absolute nightmare. But I will not be hooking that fridge up again, because I believe this is actually the third, with this fridge, the third water leak we've had. And it was professionally installed. It's not like I let my husband, who is not handy. Rich is great at a lot of things, but he might be home. He might hear me and be like, hey. But it's a nightmare. And I'm so glad I was sitting in the kitchen. I had just finished my lunch and I heard it. So it literally was only, I had to clean up, right, and mop the floor because water was just shooting everywhere. And then Rich needed to get the ladder, and then he needed a flashlight, and then he needed something else. So it took him forever to get the water turned off. And then I said to him today, you're off to Canadian Tire tomorrow, buddy, because I have to drink 85 liters of water every day. And I need a water cooler. What about your dishwasher? Here's funny, Darlene. As you ask, our dishwasher, all the plastic bits inside of it have broken all at the same time. Literally, one of the pieces that holds the dishes on the top broke. The wheel broke off the bottom, literally all in the same week. So I said to him, we need a new fridge and we need a new dishwasher. And knock on wood, our microwave is still okay. but all the appliances were bought right at the same time. So, you know, I really think they are set up to only last for so long. And you guys know what I'm talking about. Like back in my parents' day, fridge lasted forever. Washing machine lasted forever. Oh, who's this? Hi, Rye. Okay. Okay. How was your football game?
It was good. They lost by in overtime.
Oh, no. And how were your seats?
They were very good.
Were they?
Okay, bye.
Have you had a couple of cocktails?
No.
No?
Brewskis with the boys.
Brewskis with the boys?
Yeah, bye.
Okay, love you too, babe. I will leave the door open. Riley was at a Ticats game. The repairman said that they are made to last no more than 8 to 10 years. And I believe, Renee, we're at about the 10-year mark. I think everything is throwaway now. Nothing lasts forever. Our washing machine and dryer both died at the same time. And Megan, do you have front loaders or top loader? Because I have to say that that's another thing. We have a front loading washing machine and we keep the door open, do all the things, and that sucker stinks. So, but I don't want to get a top loader because when we buy the next one, I would like to actually get a stacking set so we can remodel the mud room and get a counter put in so I have somewhere to fold my laundry. But what a nightmare, right? Front loader. Yeah. So what are your thoughts on front loader and top? We are dealing with no floor. They ripped up subfloor, water leaked down into crawl space. Oh my goodness, this just happened last week. I'm so sorry, Lisa. Just get those fans in there and get it all dried as quickly as possible so you don't have mold to deal with on as well. So does yours, yes. And I cleaned it. Because again, you notice as I work through and do things that I'm very crazy about stuff like that. So I got right into that front loading washing machine with a rag and some cleaner. And I was cleaning the whole rubber ring around the outer part because, oh my goodness, there was so much gook in there. So I cleaned that all out. And then I ran with baking soda and vinegar. I heard that you should put baking soda right in the drum with vinegar and then run it. And then that should help, and it's natural and you're not ruining the environment. And it made it a little bit better, but still so gross. So gross. Yeah, so I don't know you guys, but I am so sorry for anybody that has to deal with flooding or leaks. It's a nightmare. Front loaders are better on your clothes. They are because they use less water, but they stink, man. I think top loaders are better, but it's good to have the bench space with the front loader. Yes. And I have a lot of friends that have gone back to top loading washing machines after having the front loading one. And then I'm going to have to do some research, right? My fridge that I got from 1985 is still going 100%. I believe it. We had a Bosch washer and dryer front loader for like 14 years. Love them. Just found out last week that Bosch is no longer makes washers and dryers. That's too bad. That's too bad. Isn't that the case, right? Because they probably were a little bit more expensive and people go the cheaper route and then are like, I should have went with a Bosch because it lasted longer. And we never went with the cheapest appliances. We kind of tried to go middle ground. But now, because I don't need a TV in the front of my refrigerator or anything. I just want there to be enough space to put a frozen pizza in the bottom. And I would like there to be enough space to get all of your produce in there. Look how pretty these are going to be. Want to see a peek? Look at that. Isn't it going to be pretty on the blue? So I don't need a ton, right? So I will make sure that I kind of keep that in mind. That they clean, maybe they have improved that, right? So maybe they've improved that. So now when I go to buy a new set, it will be better. You have a stack front loader and just love it. Just keep the door open for a while. After I wash overnight, no smell problem. We're going to do that. I'm going to totally remodel the, our washer and dryer is in are in the mudroom, and we are going to remodel it. I want a stacking one, and then I want a counter and a big sink. So that is on my list. And the other thing I want is new flooring, because our tiles look tired and never can get the grout clean. So that is on my, when I do our next home kind of repair, is going to be the mudroom remodel and new flooring, tile. Not the hardwood is fine. I don't care about that. And I can't wait to get that started. And then we have a lot of tile on the main floor. Long hallway center kind of design hall. So we have that. And then the kitchen is all tile. There's a powder room down here, and the laundry room front entry, all tile. So I would like to find a couple of different tile patterns that can mix, like put something in the laundry room, something different in the powder room, and then figure out what to do at the entry, down the hall, and into the kitchen. So I can't wait to do that because I love home decor. You always prop the washer door open. I leave it open as well. Wedge it with a flip flop. I love it. We leave it open, but it doesn't seem to matter on ours. It still stinks. Let's cut out some little ones. Like I said, this will not be an early night tonight. So if you guys can't stay for the whole thing, you can come back, watch after the fact. And then what's nice with that is you can fast forward through all of this stuff just to get to the nitty gritty, the meat and potatoes. Is Natalie still here? Did she come back on, or is she going to bed early tonight? We had a sump pump overflow in our basement. So gross and disgusting. Sewers. Yes, that is not fun. Hi, Mari. You have a Samsung appliances in our house. We inherited them when we bought the house. The ice maker always freezes up in the fridge, and the washing machine leaks every once in a while. Yeah. You're editing your color study video for this week. Thank you, Mari, for everything you do for me. I very much appreciate it. I can't wait to see. See, Mary, that's my Mari. Spelt the same as Mary like fairy. I am timing your butterfly fussy cutting. You are saucy. She's spicy tonight, that Natalie, isn't she? She is spicy. I think I'm not doing that bad, am I? I need these little ones for scale. Spicy little Natalie D'Souza. Hillbilly internet here in West Virginia. I will make sure I do a close-up for you, okay, Denise? When I take the photo of the finished project and post it on the Vicky Booten Creative Community artists or group page so that you can see them. Where are you in West Virginia? We drive through there when we go to Myrtle Beach. We haven't been in so long with COVID. Haven't been anywhere. Oh, friends, have you seen with it being Walt Disney World's 50th birthday, that castle? Oh my goodness, I want to go to Disney so bad. I want to wear a cute outfit and go on all the rides, and I want to eat a Dole Whip and a turkey leg, and I want to wait in line and get my picture taken with Mickey Mouse. Have you guys seen it? It's so beautiful. We went to Randolph Lake earlier last month. Very nice. Where is that? Where's Randolph Lake? Oh, is that where? Oh, you're on vacation, so I have no control over the internet. I love it. I want Disney too, so bad. So bad. Doesn't the castle look spectacular? Like, I want to go so bad. Dole Whip with the rum. You can, where do you get Dole Whip with rum in it? Oh my goodness, that would be so good. The castle and all the fun food things that people are posting. I want to go so bad. Right? A Mickey Mouse ice cream bar. Oh, what is your favorite thing? Tell me. That's something while I'm fussy cutting butterflies. First, have you been to Disney? Have you ever been to Disney? Have you been to Disney World and Disneyland? I've been to both. I've been to Disney World a number of times. We've stayed in the parks. We've done the cruise. I want to go, actually, like, no kids, unless like Devin wants to come with us or me. I'd go by myself. I literally would go to Disney right now all by myself and totally have the best time. I don't even need any friends or family. I could go and just hang out and do all of the things. And I would book character breakfasts and character meals as an adult woman with no shame. I would totally do it. I just want to go so bad. It has been so long. I want to go anywhere, really. But I would really love to go to Disney. Went to Disney World for my birthday this year, and the super stormy skies made the castle even more beautiful. That would have been amazing. You've been twice by yourself. Good for you, Irene. Yeah, I would love it. I love to travel alone, though. I'm okay with that. Been to both, but can see us going back to Disneyland so hubby can go to the new Star Wars area. Yeah. Oh, I want to do it. Yeah, I want to do it. I would. I travel by myself all the time. We want to go to Boo Bash. It's sold out so fast. Is that the Halloween thing? I have gone, which was the best time. I did the Halloween one at Universal. And that was one of the best experiences, Robin. I had the best time, and I didn't even know it was a thing. I didn't know that was a thing. But is Boo Bash, is it one day or a week, or how does that work? And it sold out really fast? That's sad. Do you think it sold out so fast because of the 50th celebration? I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. I want to know what you're saying. Disneyland Paris. Yes, one of my friends was just there. Love the specialty. Oop. I'll read that in a second, Lillian. I can't wait to see what you have to say about that. Oh, I so want to do it. Oh, I have lots to read here. I'm going to keep cutting because Natalie is going to yell at me, and I'm afraid of her. What else do I need? Maybe one more of these. The other thing I will do on here to tie it in so it's not gold and blue is put some gold drips wherever my butterflies are going to go so that it kind of grounds the butterflies. I'm going to cut that one out. I have to make sure I have enough for my card as well. Do one of these. And a couple of these guys. COVID, right? And we really, like, I don't know, with you guys, did you think we would be still dealing with COVID this, like, for this long? Did you think we'd still be here? I just want it to be done now. Like, do whatever we need to do, man. Let's just get moving on with life. It's just, I don't know. I have to say that what a terrifying thing. That's all I have to say. That who knew? I had no clue that this could even be a thing. We Are in Australia was meant to bring my 12-year-old daughter last year to Dance Worlds at Walt Disney World in COVID. I hope you get to go. Yeah, I just didn't think we'd still be here. Are there travel restrictions in Canada or where you want to go? You can go some places, but it will cost you an absolute fortune to get all the testing that you need to get done, and you still have to quarantine and do the things. It is the US border, if you want to drive, is closed to Canadians, but open to Americans, but you have to have tons of testing and stuff done. It's not easy to just cross. You can fly places, but I'm not going anywhere. I just don't feel safe. So I have nothing. I was going to plan some travel in Canada. And then Nova Scotia I was fine with, because we were literally only going to be in a car driving and looking at the fall leaves and out for some dinners. Do you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't planning on going anywhere that had tons of people around. I would have done it safely and worn a mask. So, and even then I was freaked out. Like, I don't know. Like, I think we have, what do you call it? Not shell shocked, but I'm scared still to go anywhere or do anything. We went to a hockey game here, and that was a fun experience. It was nice to get out. But one of my favorite restaurants here in St. Catharines closed its doors on October 1st because they just couldn't survive with COVID, right? Oh, what happened, Dawn? I missed it. So you got your vaccine and you don't think it helped? Not sure, because I know a lot. Like here, I know very few people, like personally, that have had COVID. We had a family in our neighborhood, but I don't know, like, more the people that I know are more you guys on here, right, that have had a couple of scares, but I don't know if it was running rampant in our area. And I stayed home. Like, we really have not gone anywhere. Rich golfs, he's playing hockey again, but they can't like get changed in the change rooms or anything, I don't think, unless that's changed. But for me, I'm busy, right? I can just stay and hang out with you guys, and I'm going to start putting my clothes on and just wearing them around my house. Because let me tell you, it hasn't stopped me from buying any new stuff. No, I'm not going anywhere. What the heck's wrong with me? So you had a niece and an uncle that had it, but a mild version? Yeah. Susie Moore from So Susie Stamps died of it at 47. That is so sad. And then I saw one of the ladies in our community passed just this week as well. And I have friends, like I said, through scrapbooking that have been affected and have lost family members. And it's just, I don't know. It's just has changed. Like, I never thought there'd be anything. I don't know, was never prepared. I don't know about any of you guys. Never prepared in my lifetime or our lifetime that we would have anything like this. Not prepared at all that there would ever be anything that would literally stop the world in its tracks. Like, when we think back on that, like, do you remember when we were all locked down and all in our house, and literally you weren't going anywhere, to the grocery store once a week, you know, even if that, like, it just is craziness that we went through. And crafting has been my sanity, right? Yeah, we're not going anywhere in a hurry. So I think I will buy Tim's new Village Thinlits. Definitely. Remember what we did last year with the silver glaze, Michelle? That when we did the other one and made it look like, what do you call that? Not hammered metal, but whatever that. So don't forget my silver glaze, like you can make it look like galvanized steel. So if you're doing any of Tim's silhouette dies, that silver glaze is awesome to make like galvanized little houses. Yeah, we had a lot of fun last year doing that, right? Vaccine for kids up for approval by Health Canada. Yes, lots of offices closed. Auckland is still in lockdown. Oh my goodness, Joan, I'm so sorry. Joan lost her mom. I'm so sorry, right? It's just, yay, class tomorrow. Yes, we're going to have so much fun. Okay, let's see if I have enough cut. And I'm sorry, we won't have the depressing talk. It just is like, it's just one of those things that you just look and go, never in a million years. Like nothing would have prepared us for this. Nothing would have prepared us for this. And I just want everybody to be healthy, happy. I'm glad that people can see their families. Like I say, you know, we lost our, well, my kids lost like rites of passage parts of their lives, right? Devin, with no graduation, no prom, missed her grade 11 year and grade 12 year. Now she's in college. And because she's taking something with a clinical aspect, she does go into the clinic, but all her other classes are online, right? And she's just like wanting to get out and do something, like get to experience and do the things. And then all the time with our parents, you know, and family members, just tough times. I'm so thankful for the interwebs and that we have this community, and look at the friends we've made. I was thinking about that just the other day is, oh my goodness, look at all of you guys that I've got to meet through this, right? And that I have this great group of people I consider friends, like that I'm hoping that we're good and the cruises go forward next year. And I'm going to meet a bunch of you that have already booked, right? That we're going to be having a great time cruising in the Caribbean and in France and Spain, and getting a chance to create and connect and go to Zumba classes on the boat. Whatever that we can do, it will be so good. And then there will be some crop and crates, I think, in person next fall. I cannot wait to see you guys. Yeah, it's going to be so good. But I will never stop doing this stuff online. So for any of you, for health reasons or financially can't make it to any of that stuff, we will still be meeting here, right? Still be meeting here and cropping online. Question, is that butterfly stamp set from Tim? And is it more than one set? I use 3 different sets, Joyce. 2 are Tim stamps and 1 is a Bo Bunny stamp set. Yay. Okay, so look at Natalie. That wasn't too bad. That was only 2 hours, right? That was only 2 hours, but I think it's worth it. They're so pretty. I'm very excited. So my plan for the design here, because I was looking at it. Now I have a circle. You guys have whatever you have, right? Whatever stencil that you used. So my plan is that I'm going to come in right here and kind of build a piece, I'm going to do 1 photo just because I love the background. I don't want to cover it all. So I'm going to put my photo right about here with some mats, and I'm going to put some butterflies up here and down here, and then a title and lickety split. That's it. And then I'm going to put some gold drips on here because it really requires it. But I'm not going to go crazy because I don't think, and there's the magic of making artful backgrounds or doing mixed media or stamping or stenciling or whatever you do for your backgrounds, is you don't need a ton of anything, because this magic is all you need, right? This magic is all you need. So this is the background I'm using. I did this quickly last night. I did about a 1 hour Friday Night Live because you had to do this background and kind of let it marinate. And this is what it came out like. This is the one I'm going to use. And then I have for my, I will embellish more. You know I will off camera and share a picture. But I have this old set of my thickers that I can use. And I don't know if I'm going to use black or gold or if I'm going to use them at all. But maybe that. And then I just have a little green word. I have yellow stars because I thought the yellow with the gold, but I might not use it now as I'm looking at it. I might just go kind of the black and layer those just as a simple background. You could go navy. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. But I want very neutral. But I would like a strip of something here. So now I feel like I need more paper. I feel like I don't have enough. Where it's like, this will be enough. This will be good. And now I'm looking going, it's not. Because I need a strip. So I'm getting up. I'm going to go grab something else. I'm going to grab something else. I don't know what it's going to be or where I'm going to get it. But let's see if in my cupboard here with scraps. Oh, let's grab that. Let's grab that. Because it's so pretty in the background, I don't feel like we need a lot. Like if I put too much pattern on here, I just feel like that isn't going to be the case. So guess what? Oh, maybe some burgundy. We'll grab that. So guess what I'm grabbing? Some Storyteller. This is my collection before color study. So see? Oh, I like it already. See? I'm going to cut a strip of that. You'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to eyeball it about a 3/4 inch strip, maybe a little bit more, slightly smaller than an inch. Because I think something like this coming in, and then I could put some butterflies here and flying up. I love Storyteller too, and I cannot wait to start using Warm Wishes and Fernwood. Fernwood's beautiful. I'm going to make rich because I have all the papers out in the garage. And I'm going to make my husband get it and organize all of it by SKU because there are 24 papers. And I will be sharing because I have some bits and pieces. And I'm going to be sharing it. So I have this kind of burgundy-ish color. It's almost like a wine-ish color. I'm going to do a smaller strip. Just so I have something that is a weighted line that I can layer and put my photo up here. Okay. Do you notice I'm not committing anything with glue? I'm just kind of planning it out. Need a base point for this. So I'm going to lay that there. I like it. And then I have this green piece. My photo is not going to be very big on this layout. So I am going to make my mat. I can always cut it. I have no photo printed either. No photo printed yet. So I'm just going to, I know it will at least be 4 inches. So look, we have, let's go to start. I'm going to go 4.5. I'm going to cut this whole piece. 4.5. 5. I'm going to go 5.5. And let's decide, is it going to cover too much? No, I like it. See, 4.5 by 5.5. So this is somewhere to start, and then I can start deciding now. And because they're butterflies, I like them to look like they're just kind of perched on my page. So I can start deciding where I want these to be. Do I want to use 2 big ones? I might not. I might only use 1. Oh, you will love it, Cindy. I love Storyteller. What is the main colors in Fernwood? It's all earthy, but still bright like Vicky, normal colors like peaches and greens, and there's navy in there. It's very pretty. Here is the card set. So here is a butterfly. Look at, that's Fernwood. That one. There's yellows in there because yellow is a neutral for me. Let me show you. Let me show you. I will do, oh, look at this one. I love that. It's navy and green. Look at this one. Yes. Isn't that fun? This is the card pack. So I am just pulling out. This is one of my favorite papers in this collection. So yes, it is peaches and navies and greens, and there are mushrooms and trees and leaves, and it's beautiful. You are not the only one, Denise. A lot of people have reached out and said, Vicky, Christmas is kind of my jam, but not really. I am totally, my friend Karen told me, I'm totally waiting for Fernwood. So they didn't deliver the first box. They lost it. But they did send me a box of some other bits. So I'm going to do a walkthrough very soon of Fernwood. And I will be doing the pre-order for that, and it will ship in November, but the class will not be until either the end of January or early February. So I will be doing a Fernwood Lollapalooza weekend. It will be coming. If you guys have been on the fence waiting, it is happening. I just want to get Warm Wishes out, and then Fernwood will be going out as well. It's going to be so good. It's all ordered. I've done all the things. I just have to wait for it to get in here. They were too close together. What happened? Oh, yeah. Well, and it is just the way that it is, right? Is that, but Color Stud or Warm Wishes, my class kits are almost sold out. Like, I literally think there are maybe 15 or 20 of them left. So I received Warm Wishes already, and Fernwood is on order. Very excited. When are your classes? They will be, Warm Wishes is in November, the 13th and 14th. And I have not even thought on Fernwood. It's going to be after. You love the colors in Fernwood. Thank you, Don. It's beautiful. The art is beautiful in here. Let me grab quickly, because it's just my friends and I hanging out on a Saturday night. I'm getting up, so just a second. Let me grab my ephemera pack. This collection is beautiful. I have to say, I'm very excited about it. Here is the Icon ephemera pack. Let me just grab something out of there to show you how pretty it is. Like, look at this fern leaf. I love it. That pretty? What else? The florals are so pretty in this. Look at that. It's very, very, very pretty. It is going to be really nice. Are Fernwood greens more bluish greens than yellowish? They are a combination. We have bluish and yellowish in here, but it is always going to be, when it's mine, even though this is my earthier collection because it's a fall collection, it's still bright. Like, look at that. So pretty. Are there 2 stamp sets in Fernwood? There are. And I don't remember which one is in the kit. I think it's the floral is in the kit, not the one with the deer. It is listed on, I think, oh, I haven't listed it yet. But remember, I told Natalie, do you remember? Did you make a note of that? There are 2 stencil packs and 2 stamp sets. And there is 1 stamp and 1 stencil in your kit. And I don't remember now which one. I wrote it down the day we talked about it. When I did remember, when we did the Fernwood, we just kind of said, oh, Fernwood. And I introduced the collection, but I did not. I didn't share, or I did. I shared that day, but I don't 100% remember which one it is. I'm believing that it is the floral set. You did say the one without the deer is not included. The one with the deer is not. Yes, I believe that. The flower set is what I put in the pack. And no, it's not available yet. It's not even going to arrive in the US till the end of October. You'll see some pre-orders up, but it's not going to ship probably till November. So, but I will do the weekend event where you get pretty much everything except for the washi tape. There's a stamp. There's tons of stuff that will be in it. I've ordered it all. As soon as I'm ready, I'm just not there yet. The greenery stencil is a set in the kit. Thank you. So yes, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So I want these to be pushed in a little bit more. And this I like. And then I figure my title can go down here. Let's look at what we could do. I will layer another mat on here. And then I don't know if I want gold on here. I think it's too much. Yeah, it's probably not going to be off of this set. I'm probably not going to use these. See, the gold is not the same color. What are your thoughts? I don't know. We can cut it out and decide. But the gold is not the same color. Oop. But maybe I'll use it. Yes, it's going to be an awesome weekend, and it will be 3 classes. That's what you get in that, is 3 classes. So it is definitely worth the value. But we have to watch too, because all of the company, I like it. Special, and I'll put something else on there. Don't know what the photo is yet, right? But I don't mind it. And I'm going to put the gold dots, right? Some gold drips on here, some little bit here. But I think it's very pretty, just keeping it very simple. I don't feel like we need much. So I do need to put some of my gold dots. I'm going to do that. I lost my acrylic sheet. So I'm just going to put it right on my craft mat. You'll see. I actually don't love the black. I think it's too contrasty with the navy and stuff. But you guys pick whatever you like, right? If you like black, if you're doing the layout, go for it. I'm going to put it right on my craft mat. Devin was trying to find somewhere to go tonight, hang out with her friends, but I don't think that ended up happening because because I told her, if you go anywhere, you need to come and tell me you're leaving. Because nowadays, when I'm on my lives, they don't tell me all the time when they're leaving. And I go upstairs and they're not here. And they are older, right? But I'm like, hey, it's nice that I know that you're not here. Remember, at the beginning of COVID times, they would come and say hi to you guys. Riley did. He is like, I don't know. If you guys have girls and boys, children. But I find that they are a little bit back to business as usual. And we'll see when we place them if I need to put a little something somewhere special. I want some bigger drops, and then I will move these guys and put some taps in. I need to let that dry a little bit. Probably flicking it all over my shirt. Is anybody else out there making with me tonight? Did you make your butterflies? Are you scrapbooking, making a card? If you're doing this technique is more what I'm asking. Just curious. Okay, we'll see if that's enough. You're fussy cutting. The gold on the blue is, I like it. And like I said, the background's so pretty. You don't sometimes need to get all crazy with tons of embellishments and all the rest. I'm letting it sit for a bit. And then the fun thing with my gold glaze is the pigment particles in it are so heavy that when I just tap my paper towel there, all that's left is the gold. I'm not going to be able to lift the gold right off. It's all sitting there in the mica powder, right? Where if this was distress ink, if I went in with my paper towel like I'm doing right now, I would lift all the pigment off. Do you see? I am lifting the moisture, but all the gold is left behind. So see how white they look until, whoop, whoop, right? You lift off the little bit of water and we're left with these pretty gold dots that went a little awry, I guess is a word. I'm just making stuff up now. And then I can put this back here and this one back here. Let's get the foam dots out. It's time for foam dots. Yay, I'm testing embossing powder now. Apparently, most are too old, I guess, turned weird and don't melt well. That's unfortunate. Denise is editing photos because she's on vacation. Fussy cutting your butterflies. I love it. I love it. Natalie loves it too. She's timing you as well. There we go. And let's decide where our, what do you call a bunch of butterflies? Is it a cluster? Is it a flock? Somebody will have to look that up. I'm curious. A gaggle? Like geese? I am curious. A batch? Are you making cards too? I'm going to make a swarm. I don't know. A flutter. Is that what they're called? I'm going to make a quick card as well, because this, what I'm doing with you guys right now, this is pretty much it. And I will finish it and add a photo. But this is pretty much what the layout idea is going to be, is that it is butterflies. And then the card I will make quickly and show you. It's going to be very simple. Is called a kaleidoscope. That is the best thing in the world. A kaleidoscope of butterflies. Oh my goodness. I'd love to see a kaleidoscope of butterflies. Would be like, I want to go, that will be on my bucket list of places and things that Vicky will do. Is I need to go where the monarchs, to see the monarchs. I might pop that up one more. I want to go where the monarchs go. I love it. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. We put one kind of on that wing. We need another one. Perfect. I think that's enough. Love it. What do you guys think, right? And, you know, I am going to maybe take a marker and color on this special a little bit to deepen it up. I will have to look to see what alcohol markers I have and if I have a metallic one. Trina McClune did that. Of course she did, because she does all the coolest stuff, right, Michelle? But that is definitely on. I think I remember the pictures. I love Trina. I will 100% be doing that. Will be a trip that I will be taking. I've got to glue these down quick. My little pieces strips here. And then I know I have my adhesive. There we go. So I'll be adding a couple of these to the store as well, and some refills if it's something you were looking for. And if you guys do my album classes, don't forget I'll have like a double-sided tape, the tape I use and such. That looks good. Let's tack this guy down. That, and I know I will pop the top, and I still will put another mat on here. I'm just not sure yet, but I know I will want that like that. That guy is glued down. This guy. Yeah, I like it. Sorry, you know, once I start working, if you feel that I'm ignoring you, I am now focused. Focused. Yes, it is kaleidoscope-like. Dawn? Look at that. Didn't even realize. Didn't even realize that there was method to the madness by mistake. Right? By mistake. I'm going to glue, tack the ones down. I want to go somewhere like that. I am hungry tonight, and I am not going to eat before bed, but I'm just sitting here going, well, and two, I know it's 100% I have not had enough water today because I went on a very long walk and I am probably very dehydrated. Well, I know I am, because you know when you're freaking thirsty. Freaking thirsty. She's ignoring us. I'm not. I am focused. I was looking down. Vicky, what are your favorite Halloween movies? Yes, that's a great question, Dawn. So I don't know if like they're considered like exactly Halloween movies, but what movies do I want to watch? Practical Magic. And I was thinking the other day I wanted to watch Practical Magic, and I would love to watch Witches of Eastwick. And then there's a couple that were on Netflix last year that I loved. There was one about kids that I think vampires, like it was a kid one. And so it wasn't like gory or anything. It was kind of funny. And there were a bunch of vampires, and the babysitter was a vampire. And they were, I don't know, and they went into a fun house. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I think it was for like a Hocus Pocus. Yes, I would like to watch that. Oh, you need a slushie from Sonic. Joan, I do. But I want a grape cream slush. Oh my goodness, so good. So tell me what your favorite Halloween movies are. But yes, Hocus Pocus, I love. I don't watch the scary ones. I'm not into that. But I would like to watch Practical Magic. I would like to watch Witches of Eastwick. Remind me of other ones that see you like the scary ones, right? It and like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and all that kind of stuff. I watched those in my youth. I like that. I don't like that stuff now. I like the ones that are more like movie fun-ish. Isn't this fun, guys? Look at that. The color looks off. I don't know if it's sometimes on my laptop it does, but oh, Hotel Transylvania. I love both of those. What are some other good ones? I want to know now. Now this is good. Like what? I want to have a movie night. I haven't done that in a very long time. Look at, I like that on here. I like the gold. Yeah, the ones I'm talking about aren't the scary ones, right? Your cousin is a huge Jack Skellington fan from Night. I have to watch Nightmare Before Christmas too. I need to do that too. Yeah, that would be good. Yes, I would like to have a movie night of, and maybe like I could watch like I love like what was that vampire show we all watched? Read the books. Trying to remember now. Oh, I'm throwing stuff all over. What is it called? The Garfield Halloween special, yes. And the Great Pumpkin. Oh, I love it. Haunted Mansion. Twilight. Yes, thank you. Maybe I'll watch the whole Twilight series too. I don't know. Get some TV watching time in. Doo-doo. Okay, what other piece? I feel like I need a second mat, and I guess I could use some of that black. Could be fun. Oh, that could be fun. Let's cut a piece of that. Let's cut a piece of that. Doo-doo. I'm eyeballing. I don't even care what the size is. I'm just going to throw it on there. Lost Boys. Yes, I like that one. Beetlejuice. Haven't watched that in a long time. Interview with a Vampire. We need to start a list. So we'll have to do this on our the Vicky Booten Creative Community page. Let's start a chat about that because I would like to remember some of these. Like I do now that we're saying it, I really want a movie night. Oh, I love that. I love it. With some good, not necessarily Halloween, but I'm trying to think, what was the Netflix movie that was on last year where the kids... Oh, and what's the one where the parents like can't stop dancing? What is that one? That's Hocus Pocus, right? Yes, that's Hocus Pocus. Yeah, we need to make a list of these now because I want to watch them. I want to have a full-on all day long movies. And I can't watch the scary ones, friends. I just can't. We decorate our porch for Halloween. My hubby puts a small TV out there with the Munsters playing on it. Karen, I'm coming to your house. So things that I know I will do to finish this. You guys know when I do clusters of stuff, I'm going to find Tim Holtz Chit Chat, and I'm going to put some words on my stickers, on my butterflies. I might put, because there's hearts and stars, like that. Stars would be fun, right? But I would totally come to your house, Karen. That I would love. I am very sad now my kids are older, right? And I don't get to go trick-or-treating. And I mean, we went when they were old. They would let me come because we had fun. And guess what? I would bring a wagon and they could throw their coats and all of their candy in there. So, I mean, I went trick-or-treating with these guys probably long past most parents would be allowed to go. They let me. Vicky, what was your favorite Halloween costume you ever wore? Do you want funny? You're going to laugh. Do you guys remember, if you're a woman of a certain age or a guy of a certain age like me, do you remember when we would go to the department store and it would be a plastic bag with the mask? Do you remember those? Like, as a kid, I didn't want a homemade costume. I wanted the freaking Barbie mask and plastic bag. Do you know what see? You knew, Julie. Oh my goodness. I was Barbie every year if I could be. My aunt made me a clown costume, like from Butterwick pattern. I loved that one. Punk rocker back in the day. Madonna. I think I went out as Madonna. I went out as a sexy genie, and my same aunt, made me like gold lame, puffy, I Dream of Genie pants and the quilted like headband. Yeah. But, oh my goodness, was the best. Oh, Mrs. Beasley. Yes, she was my favorite doll. I love my Mrs. Beasley doll. Wonder Woman. I remember that. But isn't that funny? I wanted the plastic bag costume. Yeah, over no handmade. But here's a funny story. So I went out as a punk rocker and dyed my hair. My brother dyed it with strawberry Kool-Aid, and I had highlights, and I had pink hair for months and months, like way before it was cool to have pink hair. The pink did not wash out of my highlights. So I had pink hair for the longest time. Dressed like an old lady with a walker, and now I'm an old lady. So now they're dressing like us, right, Tammy? Raggedy Ann one year, yes. And did you make the wig out of yarn? Oh my goodness, Dawn, that would have been awesome. I remember the costumes with the inflatable head, a plastic cape, and you wore face paint. Yes, but I have to say that Devin and Riley had the best costumes. I dressed those kids up and did the makeup and the whole bit. Yeah, it was the best. Like, my kids had awesome costumes.
me so much. I remember one year being a gift where you took a cardboard box and cut a hole through, you wrapped it, and we were Christmas presents. Like but we were not quitters. What were you guys like? I was not a quitter in my youth. Like we went out as soon as the street lights went on and we trick or treated. Like we came home with bags, pillowcases full of candy. I was not a quitter, man. And then we would come home and sort it all. It was the best part to dump it out. And I was that kid. I needed to sort my chips out, my oh my goodness. And I did not want the peanuts. Do you remember when it was like, if you're Canadian, it would be, you'd buy the box of peanuts and it was through one of the charities. So my mom took all the peanuts. But then I'd sort all the chocolate bars, lollipops, chiclets. Chiclets. Oh my goodness. Still hate. Like I am not a candy corn lover. I don't understand. That is pure sugar. Tastes like nothing. But my friend Lael loves it. So does Tim. And I'm like, it's okay. You can just have all mine. But do you remember the Halloween, the toffee, the molasses candies? Oh my, bleh, bleh. I liked the Smarties. You guys, American Smarties, they're rockets here. So I would divide, dump and sort was the best, Patty. Pillowcases and dump and sort. So all the chips, like all of it. And we had the best. Like, do you remember we go to houses and they would fill whole bags? Like my mother would do a bag with chocolate bars, lollipops, potato chips. Do you remember we used to get homemade stuff that you always were afraid razor blades and nails and glass was in it? Because we always had all those stories went around at Christmas or at Halloween. But freaking being a kid, I don't know, in the 70s and 80s was the best. We literally had the best lives. I really, really believe that. Full size candy bars, popcorn balls, Mari, right? And they were either with the pink one or the caramel ones. Oh, I loved that. And you liked the molasses candies. I hated them. Like that was the last thing left in my Halloween candy would be the Billy Bats. Do you remember those? They were strawberry, or it was a lollipop, but it was like a toffee Billy Bat. Chiclets, the peanuts, and those freaking molasses candies that if I went to the house and that's what they were putting in, I was like, I wanted to kick them. I hated those things. Do you have Reese's in Canada? Reese's? Yes. Peanut butter cups? 100% we do. Yep. Love it. Apples with razor blades, right? We weren't allowed to eat homemade treats. No, but sometimes I would eat the Rice Krispie squares before I got home. So I survived. There were no razor blades in it. Or if I knew where they were from there, you know what I mean? If I knew the house that we got the homemade treats, I would eat them. Cans of pop. Do you remember? McDonald's cards. Do you remember? We used to get McDonald's gift cards. That was the best, the McDonald's gift cards. The gooey Billy Bats. You know what I'm talking about, right? Old Italian ladies would give us walnuts from a tray. Yes. Dentists, we would get toothbrush and toothpaste, the wax bottles, yes, the Popeye cigarettes, the Nico wafers. Those houses got TP'd. I believe it. I believe it. Oh my goodness, right? Do you remember the houses though that like you'd get one? Do you guys remember one of my favorite candies were Mojos? And I'm sure it's a Canadian, or pennies, yes. In Louisiana, no chips given, only candy. Really? Chips are my favorite. A neighborhood has hot dogs and Cokes. It's so fun. I love that. One of our neighbors does fresh pop popcorn and wine for the adults because he works at a vineyard and he do wine. I hated the apples. Yeah. My friend gave out Olive Garden mints. Love that. Fizzy candies. See, isn't it the best when we talk about these things? Oh, I just love it. Devin is upstairs. It sounds like her boyfriend came over from the hockey game because she worked out a little too hard the other day and can hardly straighten her leg. She thinks she hurt her calf. You steal your kids' Tootsie Rolls, Deb. Excuse me, as a kid, I hated Tootsie Rolls. And now it is, if you were going to give me candy, what's your favorite candy? I love Tootsie Rolls. I love anything nougat. I hated chocolate bars with peanuts in it now, and I love them. I love them. Yeah. Hi, Simon. How are you? I've been here for 28 hours. Feels like it. I'm going to make my card now. Oh, hi. Where are you going? What are you doing? You can hardly walk. How are you going to go anywhere?
I don't know, but I'll be fine.
Who are you going with?
Connie, Mackenzie, and Alexis.
Nice.
Mackenzie's driving, so we're fine.
Okay. I would like to know play by play. Let me know what's happening.
We're just going to a thing today.
Okay.
We'll be in the area.
All right.
Okay, love you.
Okay. Love you too. Bye. Make good choices. You love anything chewy or sour. I don't like sour candy at all. So you can have all of mine, Patty, when we can eat that again. Turtles. I love turtles. Turtles, turtles, rah, rah, rah. Turtles, turtles, ha, ha, ha. I love turtles. Is that just a Canadian thing, or was that in the US as well? Do you guys remember that? And one of my brother's classmates was the girl who was in the Turtles commercial dancing. Can you put the layout back so I can snap a photo? Yes, Debbie. Oh, where is it? And now we're going to make a card. Okay, what size card should I make? Because we're doing the same thing. So Simon, I did this dyed background. We did this yesterday. And I did this layout tonight with heat embossed butterflies with gold glaze. And now we're going to make a card. So I need, I might make a 5x7 tonight, okay? So I might make a 5x7 so I can get lots of crap on it. Make good choices. Say the same thing to my daughter. I do. Make good choices. She's pretty good though, but right? You love it. Simon Hurley is the best. I love that guy. You're awesome, Simon. I hope one day we get to see each other again. So I am going to start with a 7x5 card, and then we can decide if that's going to work. I think it'll be good. Don't you, Mari? Oh, but see, Simon, look what I made last week. My first slim line. I made my first slim line. I love that. It was fun. You just finished your fussy cutting. I love it. And then these are the backgrounds we're going to use for the base of the card. Your daughter hates Tootsie Rolls. She says they taste like you asked someone who's never had chocolate before to make it using only a poor description of the taste and then give them subpar ingredients. Oh my goodness. I love that, but I love Tootsie Rolls. It's like, I love anything that's chewy and then it's chocolatey. I love it. I love Tootsie Rolls. So that's perfect. Because does your daughter like candy corn? Because she could have all my candy corn, and then I could have all her Tootsie Rolls. And who else likes to have, like, not that I eat any of this stuff right now because I'm very health conscious, so there's no sugar or anything happening. But does anybody else feel the need that when you have, like, you have to have sweet and salty? You know what I mean? When you have the candy, then you have to have the popcorn or the chips. I love it. Vicky, did you wear a UNICEF box around your neck? Yes, I did. When I was a kid, I did wear a UNICEF box. And Dawn, I'm sorry, I can't get on the candy corn. Like, what's it supposed to taste like? What flavor is candy corn? Just tell me. Right? I just think it just tastes like sugar corn. So it is not my jam, but it doesn't mean I'm a hater. If you like it, all the power to you. But I do not get candy corn at all. My father used to trade us for Snickers after we came home and dumped it out on the living room floor. Yeah, I found the parents loved the chocolate bars. Sweet Marie was an awesome Canadian chocolate bar, and that was my mom's favorite. It was like nougat and nuts. Right? They taste like sadness. Oh my gosh. Dawn, Like you win the internet tonight. That was the best comment ever. Like, what flavor is candy corn? And Dawn said they taste like sadness. I love you. I miss you so much. All I know is when our next event cropping get together is, I need to know what the spring dates are so I can be there. Sweet Marie was the best. It was very good. I hated carrying the UNICEF box, was always afraid of dropping it. Yes, it was a lot of pressure on the kid, right? I always gave my parents the Mounds bars because I didn't like coconut. Yeah, we didn't have those here. Now we do, but in my youth, we didn't have those in Canada. We always say return with honor. Yes. Oh my gosh, they stopped making Sweet Marie. They did. It was good though. That was my mom's favorite. So I'm going to use this one. So let's measure, because I want it slightly smaller than 5x7, but I want, because it's who I am, these circles need to be on there. So let's determine. So I'm going to make it 4.5. So I am going to make some little marks so I know what I want to cut off. So the circles are somewhat centered in the pattern. Does that make sense to you? I say that a lot, don't I? Does that make sense? No, Vicky, it doesn't. Of course it makes sense. So let's do a little notchy here and a little notchy here. So let's start with that. And then how much can I use for the 7? Because I'm going to do 6.5. So let's, oh, look, I can center the circles. I love it. So kind of here and kind of here. Okay. So let's do that to start. I'm going to cut here. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. Simon, you're going to be so proud of me. I am totally embracing card making. And it's not that I ever disliked card making. It's just, you know, like the people who take my classes and follow me are, for the most part, scrapbookers. So I have not really delved in. And here's the other thing I have to say, and you guys tell me what your thoughts are for my card making friends that teach classes. If there's an expectation for everything to be pre-cut in a card class, when you're teaching large classes, unless I hire somebody who is going to pre-cut everything for me, that is a nightmare to me, right? Isn't there an expectation a lot of times in card classes that you're going to get like the sets with everything done for you because you can't have a stamp set or whatever? Well, let me tell you, if I ever do card classes, you'll get all of the things because I'm not pre-cutting it all. Oh my goodness. Isn't that so pretty? Do you always attach what you've made to a blank base card? Or do some people just use the ink piece as a card? You totally can, Carrie. I love frames on everything. Card classes are difficult, right? So much prep. I can't. So it's like one of those that I'd love to do, but look at how pretty. So now you know why I cut it out, because now it has that frame. It's going to pop and it just brings me joy. That, like, look at, I'm being a mixed media card maker. I am doing the things. I am allowed to go to the card maker parties now, right, friends? I get to be in the group. I am totally embracing card making the Vicky way, right? That I still can do it in a way that makes me super happy. I always ink a base and glue it to a base, but I do that with cards just period anyway, right? So when I photograph this, because I don't know how well it's showing up for you guys, but look at this, almost looks Halloween-y. It looks like a whole bunch of moons on a Halloween night, full moons, right? I love it so much. So this technique, like, look at, don't forget that we did, and here I need to learn card making tricks. You guys, do you use like foam like foam. I need to get rolls of craft foam, right? Or the double-sided foam. You guys do strips of it, right? Like I need that. I see a smiley face in the middle. So I need that. I need card making tips and the hacks. Foam strips, right? I can get a whole roll of that, right, guys? I need to do that. I need to get a whole roll of it. Because if I'm going to be part of the card making community, I need to know the glues and all the tricks. Dawn often helps me. Karen helps me. Mari is a big, amazing card maker too. But totally embracing it. Sometimes depends on which adhesive I have on hand. Or sheets of fun foam cut down. That's a great idea. Cheap kids foam from the dollar store. Does the tack remain? Like you don't lose the glue? Because you know, I'm always nervous with anything pre-adhesed at the dollar store that the adhesive dries out. I rarely pop a whole panel. Meaning you rarely put adhesive all over the whole panel, or you rarely do what I'm doing right now. Does that look? I don't know if there's a top and bottom. I don't know if it really matters. So I'm just going to do this. Put it down. Go with it. So we really could tonight do pretty much the exact same design as we did kind of on the layout. Like I could do some strips and butterflies, or we could just layer just a little kaleidoscope of butterflies on the bottom. And I still have tons of leftover ones to use on another project. Right? Like I could just do that if I wanted to. Or I could put the little strip, and I have to also remember I need a sentiment, right? But now I'm totally digging the whole, I'm going to find a die, and the sentiment I put on here is going to be a stacked sentiment die. So I'm totally going to do that. Panel is usually flat on your card and you pop up the embellishments. I pop lots of stuff, and then I'll have to figure out if I actually ever mail one, what I'm supposed to do. Right? I'll have to know like how do you mail them? Because I know the postage might be more, but I don't care. I would do it, right? Are you adding a sentiment? I will. I'm going to have to find it after, and I will post the finished, but it's going to go right here with the cluster of butterflies. And let's decide if I want to cut maybe that one out. What do we think? Or just use what I already have? Yes, and then my sentiment's going to go right there. Could just do that. What do you guys think? That I like, right? Just 3, but let's see if I want a bigger one. Oh, here's one. So I could use that guy instead. Again, I don't want to cover up all my pretty stuff, right? So I don't feel like there needs to be a lot on here. And then a little stacked sentiment, right? I have dimension. If I have dimension on a card, I mail it in a padded envelope. That's a great idea. I should just do note cards, right? Yeah, so that's good. See, I'm learning so much. So I will do more card classes, but I'm going to tell you right now, for if I ever do a card class out in the real world or send out a kit, I'm not pre-cutting everything. It's never going to happen. I will just send you the paper and we cut together, because I'm not down for that. Like a lot of girls that I know, or people who teach card classes, they hire somebody to do all of the cutting for them, right? But that's what I said, like that's a lot of work for a card class. And then really, teachers, do you get the return? Is there a return on that class after all the man hours that go into it? I don't know. So for me, I don't know. See, this would, Dawn would definitely be going in a padded envelope, right? Because it is very thick. But like I said, this is my jam. I love everything to pop. People need to learn how to cut also. No, not cutting all the stuff. So when you teach a class, you don't pre-cut everything. Because like I look at it and go, and that's, now there's the answer. So Vicki, why don't you teach card classes? That's the answer. Because I don't have time to cut all of the stuff. So that is exactly why Vicki Booten has only taught ever one card class. In US, if it's not more than a 1/4 inch thick, no extra postage. Well, too, if I'm sending somebody a card, I probably don't care. You know what I mean? Like I will do. I love that. So my sentiment is going to go right here. Do you guys care if I do it right now? If I find a sentiment and cut it out? Because I'm going to put something right there. And I'm going to glue the layers. And if you want to stick around and watch, you can. But I am going to go and find something and get my die cut machine. And I'm going to do it because I'm loving it. And I organized all my things. You would be so proud of me that I put all of the things in here. Now all my dies are, oh, here's some Tim dies. Memories, wonder. But I need to go shopping because the struggle is real. I don't have enough of this stuff. I need dies and I need sentiments. I need, oh, smile. Look at, I have a Gina K here. I need to go shopping, Simon. I need to buy, I love Simon Hurley. I love your new stamps that are out with the removable pieces in it. I need to go shopping. Look at, I'm getting the dinosaur, my old big kick out. I have a whole bunch of die cutting machines, but this is the one out of the package and ready to go. And look at, I have this. It'll be perfect, right? Smile. So now what color are we going to do it in? What color? Navy is what I'm thinking. So let's see if I have some navy cardstock. Because I feel like I need to keep it tonally, or turquoise. Let's see, whatever I can find. Does it matter? Like what? What do you guys think? That could be pretty. What if I cut it out of this? Is that okay? Or should it be in cardstock? What do you think? The peel apart stamps are your favorite. Mine too. I am going to order some, Simon. We should do a live together. Simon, you could teach me and we could make a card together. I can use this, right? Because it's what I have. Navy would be so nice. Well, for right now, I agree. But look, that could be fun. Let's try it. Let's try it. Only because I don't know where navy cardstock is right offhand. And did I cut this big enough? Oh, no, I don't think I did. Ding dong. Wouldn't that be fun? I totally would do that with you, Simon. I think that that would be so much fun. And we could wear matching shoes. We could coordinate our shoes like we do. Simon and I like our shoes. It will work. Yeah. The die cutting gods are looking out for me. I'm not taping it or anything tonight. I'm just going to zip it through. We're going to cut a couple and then we will layer them because I think it will be fun. Let's see. Let's see if this passes muster when we look at it on here. Ooh, I don't think so. It's pretty, but it gets lost. So that was a great idea, but it is not. Oh, look. I have that. Just cut that strip off. I am so excited to be a card maker. I would love that though. Wouldn't that be fun? Simon and I, and see, oh, or white. You think, oh, white could be really pretty. Here, let's try all of them. Let's try it. Let's try white too. We'll see what navy looks like. And then we'll do white. And I just am singing everything tonight. Look at my big ham hock arm. White. I'm going to try that next. Let's see. So you think white, because navy will get lost. I kind of dig it, but I'm going to listen to you, and I'm going to do white because I agree with you. I think that'll be good. And I need a whole bunch of freaking sentiment dies. We've talked about this. I need time to shop, and I need some sentiment dies, and I need a bunch of flower stamps because they are my favorite. Like, I guess, like, as a card maker, friends, do you tend to go towards the same things? Like, I like to look at them, but I'm not I'll never be a cute card maker. It's not my thing. Like, if I'm going to do it, I like it to be kind of mixed media florals. So I like to like lawn fawn. I like to look at them, but it's not my first card making thing. Like I coloring with Copics and stuff. Like I love it. I like the idea of it. I love the cards. Like I love those style cards. But oh, I could use that as maybe a shadow. What do you think? But let's see. Oh yes, you guys called it. My card making friends. I love the white. I love the white. I like it all. Like, I'm not saying I do, but you know what I mean? I don't know if, but maybe I'm wrong. Like maybe once I start being more of a card maker, there are some, like when it's the little gnomes and stuff, I think I would be down for that. I don't know, but I love Ulta New and Pink Fresh, and Dawn's artwork is beautiful. Yeah, I just, who knows? Maybe like, look at, what do I always tell you guys? Don't put any limitations on your creativity. That's probably, I'm going to do, what do you think? 3? 3 enough. When you layer, how many do you usually layer? Do you layer 4, 3 or 4? Oh, that's a great idea, Bethany. Three or 4. So let's do 4. I'll cut 4 and then make a decision. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know if I'm going to put the little dot down. I don't know if the dot over the eye is pretty little finicky piece. I don't know. And I know my card making loving friends out there would do the dots in the eye. I know you guys would. I'm going to put them over here. I need that little sticky thing, right? What do you guys pick it up with? I always say the card makers, one, have the best tricks, the best tools. It is, like I always say, it's the card makers are like the engineers of the crafting. They have the best little tricks. Not that scrapbookers don't, but I just always find that when I'm with the card makers, super clever. 3. Okay, so 3 is what you usually do. It looks like 3 is the, oops, hello, general consensus. So let's just do 4 because I did it already. Oh yes, or I could put a rhinestone up there, couldn't I? Or yeah, a gem for the dot. I like it. I am picking up what you guys are putting down. So let's finish this because then the layout is almost done. Oops. And then the card will be finished tonight. And I will finish probably what, about 11:15. So I figured I'd be here till 11 tonight because I just felt like making. And then I have to go to bed because I have to teach a class tomorrow to, I don't know, what did they say, 2,400 people signed up or 2,300? I don't think they'll all be there at the same time, but that's a lot of freaking people. It's going to be awesome. So this is a glue I have right here, so I'm just going to use it. We'll see with the offset. We're going to try it, right? Is it wrong to love all the styles of scrapbooking? No, it's not wrong. 10,000. Yeah, maybe feels like that. But yes, I think the class tomorrow is, but I know like at those online classes, it's never the case where everybody shows up, right? A lot with time differences because they are all over the world. But I have been doing crop and creates. I think this one might be like my 50th teaching for Crop and Create Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine. I think this event may be my 50th. Isn't that crazy? So yes, I have been teaching for a very long time with this event and very much looking forward to, there's probably easier ways to do this, but you guys will tell me, I'm sure. But it worked out okay. Oops. And I'm going to have to put one on top now because now I made a mess. And if you've met me before, that is no bueno. But now I feel, so I hang out with Dawn at a crafting or crop weekend with our card making friends. Like I said, I think I'm the only scrapbooker there. Sometimes my friend Greta comes with us. And see, that's dirty. So that can't stay. Tweezers. I have some. I just have to find them. And gotta run. See you later, Dawn. Love you, my friend. Hello from the prairies. Hello, Diane. How are you? How are you? So we go to a weekend, and now I don't think I'll be a scrapbooker that weekend. Maybe I'll make cards. I'm usually the only card maker at my crafting days and weekends. Yes. See, when we do the crop and crates, we have a good mix of both, right? We have card makers. We have lots of scrapbookers. We have some ladies that come and knit or cross stitch, but they love just being in a room with their friends. So maybe when they started, they were scrapbookers, but they don't really do that as much anymore, or card making. So the saddest thing for me, even when we do these, like these Friday night lives, is when I don't see people anymore. Like they drop off because maybe they are not paper crafting anymore, or they might have started again with COVID times, but now that their life might have started again, that they aren't doing it. And I have to say, I literally miss you guys when you aren't here, or when you're in the background and don't really comment or say anything. Like it's very special to me, the bond that we have made through this shared hobby interest. So it means the world to me when you comment, when you like the videos, when you follow. It is not just for, well, for me, it's not a popularity thing at all, because it's not really anything. I don't know if it even makes a difference in my world, work-wise, but I know for me, the connection is important. So thank you for every single one of you who takes the time to comment, hang out with me. I love and appreciate every single one of you. I love it. So 3, I agree with you guys. I think 3 is enough. I could put a 4th on there if I wanted to, but I think that it's good. Let's look. Oh, I love it so much. I love this card so much. Hi, Brianne. Look at me over here making cards for World Card Making Day. I made a card. I didn't make cards today because I was doing inventory. So I'm very excited. If I did not have you guys and Friday night and tonight, Saturday night lives, I don't think I'd get any making done. I'd be working, because that's what happens when you make this a job. You don't get to do the actual crafting. So I have to say, I think I'm putting one more on because I like it thick. So I'm going to layer one more. I love this technique of layering your dies. I wish I had a little nail file handy. I love my Friday nights with you. I love it too, Wanda. Like, absolutely love this. I love that our community is still growing. There's still people finding us. I love it. You know, and that's why I do these live. I could record it and fast forward it and do all that. And I probably at some point will do when I free time, because, you know, something's got to give. Do shorter videos, because I know for some people watching these, they don't like the chatter. They don't like how long it takes. So probably wouldn't like my videos or my lives. But here's the thing. Watch it after, and then just fast forward to the meaty parts, like the parts that you are interested in, and mute it. Because, you know, not everybody is for everybody, right? Like maybe my style, maybe my voice annoys you, right? It's okay. Just don't tell me, because lead with kindness. But in the same breath, I'm all right if that's the case. I don't need to hear about it, because, you know, we do put ourselves out there, and it is nice when people are kind of nice to you. I don't ever understand the meanness sometimes that goes in, because how comfortable we can be because it is online. You would never talk to somebody in person the way that some people will leave comments or thumbs down videos or the rest. And it's going to happen, and I'm all right with that. It's just one of those things. I never do that. I have never thumbed down something unless it was like, you know, morally just not right. But then even then I wouldn't, because I don't get that. I just don't get that. But I often believe that sometimes that stuff is just people are unhappy, right? And sometimes when we're unhappy, it's hard to not spread the unhappiness. But I just don't do that. I lead with kindness. I think it's important. I like 4. So I've decided 4 is my jam. Right? 4 die cuts layered is my jam. And is there an easier way to do this, friends, or how I'm doing it generally, how people do this? Because I don't really have time to look at a lot of videos online, because like I said, I'm working most of the time. But I love that. Me either. I just don't leave a comment. That's how I believe it. I don't leave it. But I know I have one friend who does videos, and she will get a thumb down before the video's even started. Like it's one, like it's going to be live in a couple hours, and somebody goes on and just thumbs down, gives it a thumbs down before it's even started. So that is just hateful as far as I'm concerned. I don't get that at all. But whatever, right? I'm trying to not let that get to me. And why is it that we focus on the one bad thing instead of the 50 good? I think it's just a human nature thing, right? So for me, I think I want that popped up. Do you see? I don't think I want to lay it flat. I could, or what do you guys think? Like that? Just lay it flat? Double-sided tape helps. That's a great idea. So you put the double-sided tape on the back and then cut them out and then stick them together. Add the double-sided paper before die cutting. Oh, that's a great idea. I'm going to totally do that. Do you like my card though, Natalie? Look at me being a card maker. Do we want the shadow with the white? Let's see. Let's see. Do you know what song is in my head? I don't know if you guys want to know. I don't know why it is, but there is a Iggy Azalea and J-Lo song, and it is in my head right now. No, I don't want the shadow. Don't you agree? I don't think it needs it. And the song is Big, Big Booty. Yes, you got a big booty. I don't know why, but that is the song that is my elevator music right now. That is what I'm singing to myself in my head as I'm stacking this stuff. And yes, I am crazy, but yes, you may have never heard that song before, but that is what is in my head. It's probably because when I was walking this morning, I had a J-Lo mix on, and it probably was on there. But yeah, what a weirdo, right? Big, big booty. Yes, I gotta, or you got a big booty. That is the song that's in my head. I don't want to drag this adhesive because that would bother me. Here we go. So sorry if you were enjoying the show up until now, and then I just ruined it all with my Iggy Azalea and J-Lo song, but you know. Oh my goodness, look at my card. I love this. Hi, Barbara. How are you? What a weirdo. Patty, I totally am, right? Was it from Zumba? No, I love J-Lo. I love Jennifer Lopez. So I was listening to a mix, and I'm sure that song was on there. I am so proud of this card. Oh my goodness. But I agree with you guys. I need a rhinestone for the smile, right? It's enough, right? Like you can do a card simple like this, and is it impactful? As a newer card maker, is this a card that would be appealing to people, or would they not like it? I'm just curious if it being, because like, look, it looks like it's simple, but you know how many steps went into this, right? Sometimes these cards can look super simple, but we had to make this background, which was a couple of steps, and then emboss the butterflies. I'm going to go see if I can find a rhinestone. I don't know if I have any down here. And I cleaned everything up, so I don't know where I put it. I don't know where I put anything. I moved all of my embellishments to this cupboard now. And now I just have to see if I can find anything. Anything that resembles. I have enamel dots. I have 12 million embellishments upstairs. All my rhinestones, I think, are up there. All of them are up there. I have to take you guys for a tour through my room now that it is organized the best that it ever has been.
since I moved down here. I have no, of course, nothing to put on that down here. So you will have to wait for the finishing touch because all of my gems are upstairs in the original scrap room, in my original craft room. But yes, very happy. So I did that and this, and I will embellish this a little bit more. But see, my friends who watch because you like scrapbooking, there is the scrapbooking layout and a card with very similar techniques, right? So I love it. No photo printed yet. Don't want to lose my awesome. That die was awesome. That Gina K die. It popped and went right through that paper beautifully. But I love it. And I will photograph this with close-ups. Okay, for you guys tomorrow. Can you hold it closer to the camera? This one? Is that helpful, Julianne? And I'll photograph it because on my computer, it looks super dark, but I think, I don't think it looks super dark for you guys. So yeah, I could do Nouveau Drop. I really want a gem. I feel like it needs a rhinestone, or I might put rhinestones on the body of my butterflies and then something on my smile. And then here's the layout close up. So these butterflies are all heat embossed with some gold glaze, and then I will put finishing touches on this. It still needs more work, but look, it's already, it's going to be 11:30 by the time we're done. But I love them. I'm very happy with how that turned out tonight. I am very happy with the company I kept tonight. You guys were awesome. I am going to change the camera. Hi. How are you? That was fun. So I know for some of you like me, I have to watch because my die cutting machine is under my feet, that this is very late, right? It's 11:13 here and I have to teach tomorrow. But this was so much fun. Like I said, every single time we do this and we spend this time together, there could be lots of you out there watching, but I feel like you're all in the same room with me. And I look forward to this all week because when you make your hobby your job, you don't get to do the hobby as much. So this was super fulfilling tonight, and the company and the conversation was awesome. Like, absolutely love this. So if you watch live tonight, thank you. If you're watching after the fact, thanks for joining me. Whenever you can get here and whenever you can make the time to do these lives and spend the time crafting and taking the time for yourself is awesome. And please still leave a comment on the YouTube channel, like on my YouTube channel underneath. I still love to hear from you, and as well on the Facebook page. And if you haven't already, thumbs up. I would love that. Or liked, followed, done all of things, subscribe. That's awesome. And if you would like to be part of my creative community, make sure you join on a Vicky Booten artist page on Facebook and the Vicky Booten creative community as well. So again, I will be stocking that store. Fingers crossed it will go up tomorrow. If not, it will go up on Monday. And if you're signed up for my newsletter, I am going to send the information out on that. If you have any questions, let me know. But otherwise, thanks so much for joining me on Friday and Saturday this week. And I will see you again for Friday Night Live next week. And let me know if there's something you'd love to see me do. I'm always looking for ideas and suggestions. And because it's you guys joining me, it's not just all about me all the time. I would be happy to do something that you would love to see explained or demoed. So just give me a shout and let me know if you have any ideas. I would love it. But otherwise, have a wonderful evening, a great weekend, and we'll see you next week, guys. See you later. And thanks, Nat. See you guys. Bye-bye.